The Hadfield has never been in a fleet action. We have a few people on the Kismet that have not been in fleet actions. Obviously, with the amount of people, we can't have everybody talking at the same time. So if someone is talking, try not to interrupt them unless it's absolutely necessary. Other than that, definitely push the talk is key for tonight. I have the mission set up to give everybody at least one thing to do. But if you're not a big key tonight, I'm sorry, not sorry. We have a lot of people and we have a lot of things going on. This is really to have you guys kind of mesh together and run a mission together. Whether you're going to be at the forefront of that, who knows? I mean, who knows? But it's going to be an awesome mission. I have it set up awesome, and it's going to be fun. So we're just going to jump into it. Is there any questions before we start?
No fun at all.
How does this work?
It runs just like a normal mission. The best I could do. The only difference is I'm gonna have both ships running their own momentum. So the Kismet will have their own momentum, and the Hadfield will have their own momentum pool. I will have one giant threat pool based on the number of players.
I'll track the Kismet's momentum.
And
Cool.
I will track the Hadfield.
Cool. I'm just trying to get a number. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Let me
5,
make sure
6,
push to talk is
7,
working properly.
8, 9.
Seems
Other
is,
question: do the Everest and the Sarek have their own fleet action?
Yes. They are here for the captains of both of those vessels are here for the very first scene, and then they're going to be taking off. But yes, they have their own fleet action. That's going to be happening
it's so
Thursday.
one crew doesn't spend the others. So at least it gives
Oh,
both
actually,
crews a
on that
chance
note,
to
Ben,
get
do
6
you
momentum.
need Jacoby and I for Thursday, or are they just here for just the one thing? And
But
They're
with,
here for just the first scene,
with
and
threats,
then that is it.
it's one big
That
ass
is it.
pool.
And then you guys are going to be totally split up after that for the
Okay.
fleet actions.
Yeah,
So
it
they're
works
just
out
here
well.
to
It's
make
just with
something- to make the first scene make sense. That's why they're here.
but
if-
yeah, it works out well.
So,
but with threat, it's
Any
gonna
other
be
questions?
everyone just
I'm
puts
good.
to one big ass
My ship
pool
is good.
for Ed to just fuck us over later.
Cool. All right. So,
Basically.
the first scene is actually going to be in a conference room on the render station. This is going to involve all the command staff of all the ships. If for any reason a captain feels that another person should be there, fine. Just write in chat who that's going to be. But at the moment, this is who I have in the room. Chancellor Martok himself, Admiral Hepburn, the Romulan Empire, the Romulan Admiral that StarX got to send the fleet in. His name is not important. An envoy from the Zarkonian military is there. The Kismet's command staff, maybe Varro if he's in or not. Hadfield's command staff, Sarek's command staff, and Commander Regov from the Everest.
Well, if Martok's there really ought to be the chief of fleet operations or representative for the president.
This is who is here. So like I said, just those people I listed are in the room. Captains, if there's anyone else you would like here, you can go ahead and throw them on the list. If not, we'll go ahead and start off here.
I'm good.
I'm satisfied.
All right. And
good.
all right, cool. So, I will start off. So you're all these people are in this conference room. Everyone's have their seats. Some people are standing. Some people are looking at pads. Martok is going to start this mission by saying, "Our scout ships have reported back. The Orions have amassed a large fleet to oppose us. They have over 300 fighters, 50 armed freighters, and thousands of those drone ships. They are deployed in attack formations. They know we are coming. Our fleet is made up of 8 birds of prey,
Minus 45 fighters from our
warship,
bullshit.
8 Deerdex birds of prey, 7 Zarkonian warships. And of course, we have the Sarek, Kismet, Everest, and its complement of fighters, the Hadfield, and the Independence. As much as today is a good day to die, we need a plan."
I defer to the other captains. My tactical acumen isn't nearly as sharp as Sterix's.
I will draw up a map of where they are on a screen somewhere in the room, so we can see how they're. And do we know if they're all concentrated in one area?
The vast majority of their force have amassed into one giant fleet to stop us.
Do we have a location on the planet? The AI planet?
So you guys do know where it's at.
Okay.
It's common knowledge for the fleet at this point. I think you guys have been there twice.
Well, Chancellor Martok, we have devised successfully a plan on how we can disable this virus that's going around and killing people, but we need to reach that planet in order to execute it, and we need to have the majority of the force with us intact. Do you have any suggestions on how we can?
We could divide our fleet into two forces. We could have our main attack force comprising of the Klingon vessels, the Romulan vessels, the Sarek, and the Everest, and the Independence. The rest will be split into a secondary task force, and your job is to get to the planet.
And your task force will be engaging the Orion.
Correct. The main attack force will engage the enemy and keep them busy, while the secondary task force will attempt to sneak in the thick of battle and strike the planet.
Okay, out of character question. These two task forces, will the second one, this one that we're supposed to be part of, will that be actually enough to enact the plan that we had Will that be enough ships, or do we actually need all the Klingon and Romulan ships from the first?
Yeah, no matter how many times you want to use them, they're never going to let that shit fly. Especially if they don't let Penn
I'm
do
gonna
it.
type it in chat. So the main attack force
Okay.
will be all the Klingon ships, Romulans.
Oh, and note, during the session, I overestimated how many ships we had, so I'm actually retroactively adjusting the numbers I gave you, Commander Jacoby. So the number needed and the number that you got are like subtracted by 4.
Uh-huh. And my question again, as stated,
They're still not
going
going to give us anything that fun.
task force be enough to complete the mission?
They
or will
barely
we need
let
to
me
eventually rendezvous with the
to
Klingon?
fly a ship.
That is something for you guys to role play out.
I see. Very well then, let's begin. Chancellor Martok, while this plan may seem sound in theory, there is still a chance that you may not survive this. They have an incredibly large fleet, and we need every ship we can get to disable the AI planet, all according to plan.
I agree.
If you don't make it to that planet, we're all dead anyway.
But if you don't make it to that planet, then we're all dead as well. Chancellor, there must be a simpler solution to this. There must be a way that we can sneak past them in plain sight without even so much as triggering a response. Let them make their way over to a dummy position. Let them make their way over to a false signal. Let us lure them into some place where they know they can have us, but we will be some.
We need a distraction.
Precisely, Captain.
Perhaps we could leave a few surprises for them there as well. Perhaps mines?
That is exactly what I was thinking, Commander Prax, but the question is, how long will this take us to set up? We know that the Orions are on the move. Oh, sorry, my bad, Commander Regov. We know that the Orions are on the move, and we know that they'll be here soon. The question is, will we have enough time to set up a trap for them so we can sneak past them?
Well, here's the thing. We know their timetable.
Yes, according to Kerr's message, they will carry out their attack in less than 8 hours. Time is not on our side.
I mean, Penn's pretty
I
nimble,
think
but I don't think he's that good of a dancer
can.
joker.
Take a bare number of forces and attack their main force and hold them in place while the reserve force moves at all speed around the main engagement area. It will be a very difficult and deadly fight for the holding force, but the other force should be able to arrive on the planet without any resistance. And if some elements of their main fleet do bleed
Yeah,
away,
just give me the
to
Tellarite
intercept, you'll
alcohol.
be
That'll
able to
make it
overpower them.
interesting.
And hopefully we
I have
will
an
arrive to the
idea
planet.
for that.
Okay, go ahead.
We still have the traveler ship from one of our encounters. We could create a dead zone in space.
We could
Um,
we could make a space where no ship can warp out of. So we would if the Sarek led the charge with maybe a few other ships, we could intercept their main fleet, make it a warp dead zone that no one could leave, and then y'all would be free to to enact y'all's plan without any interference.
Captains, commanders, I have given my suggestion. Take it as you will. I have nothing further to add. I believe my knowledge on this subject is quite limited.
Now, as to my next concern, how are we doing on the vaccination effort?
My team has been able to produce several samples which we have forwarded over to Starfleet Command. However, I don't know if Starfleet Command and Starfleet Medical have actually gotten to mass production.
And Admiral Hepburn will speak up. Starfleet Command tells me that they are working around the clock to try to get the vaccine for everyone. They should have an update in an hour.
Very well. There's your answer, Captain.
All right.
Are we decided then on our course of action with the ship?
I think we've laid out a few plans that are possible. I look to you, Admiral, for a final decision.
Begging the brass's pardon,
Are you here, Dr. Blackwell?
I thought it was command staff. Maybe not.
Don't think you are. Valak is command.
Nope.
We have
Sorry.
very
Never mind.
limited command.
So let me get this straight. The Sarek wants to take a small force to try to engage the larger fleet and create a warp dead zone, thus trapping them in.
That's correct, Admiral.
And who would create this dead zone?
The ship only needs to leave the area. So we could take the Sarek. We would need the Everest because it's a small craft that's going to need fighter cover. And maybe maybe 4 D'Derexes to help hold at bay until the plan is finished. Till the other strike team can finish their plan and rejoin us.
Commander Jacoby, how many vessels would you need for your plan?
At least 36, Admiral, to make it work.
Well, the Zarkonian vessels have the ability to split into smaller ships.
If it could be possible, if it could be done, I'd need at least that number. That's why I'm sort of on the fence about letting the Sarek and the Everest and all other ships who wish to lead the charge into this warp dead zone depart. If they do depart, however, I beg you, captains, please bring back as many ships as you can, because it is imperative that we get this done.
With the number of ships I'm proposing, I'm only proposing taking 6 vessels. You should be able to scrounge together the vessels you need out of the remaining fleet.
Admiral, I will do my best. That is a promise.
Captains, we all know what is at stake if we fail here today.
Then we shall endeavor not to fail, Admiral.
So I'll speak as Martok now. So what have we decided, captains?
Captain Sterix, it is your ship. Please lay out the plan for the Chancellor.
I will take a fleet of 6 vessels, 4 Dideridex ships, the Sarek, and the Everett. We will make a very high warp jump on top of the enemy fleet. My best pilot will take the Traveler's ship as soon as we land, under escort by the air wing of the Everest, into the center of the engagement zone and make one warp jump to the planet. That way, at
In all
least there will be another ship
fairness,
at the
Joker,
planet, and then the
that's
fighters
probably
will
something
return
Penn
and
might
do
end up doing, it depending on how
screen
badly it goes tonight.
while the Sarek and the Dideridexes
So,
and the
you might not get the
Everest
chance to go in a blaze of glory.
make a holding action, merely trying to survive, while under the command of Captain Grinnan, the second force, comprising of the Zarkonians, the remaining 4 Dideridexes, all of the Klingon warships, the Independents, and
Well, it's kind of. It's more
the
of a.
Hatfield
We're only
will
pilots. We
travel straight to the
we
planet
expect to not live that long.
and do what needs to be done there. They should have all the forces they need, and it will be quite impossible for any hostile forces to attack them, because we will have immobilized them.
That is a very daring proposal, Captain.
Yep, fortune favors the bold.
My Klingon warriors stand ready to go with whatever plan we decide.
Should the Dideridex birds of prey and the Klingon warships accompany us cloaked or uncloaked?
I would suggest that they make way under cloak. That way, in case for some unforeseen reason the Task Force 1 fails, your task force will appear rather small, and they may decide to strike Narendra instead of wasting time on your small squadron. Other than that, if we succeed, then it shouldn't matter.
Right. In that case, you should keep the Dideridex class birds of prey that you're carrying with you uncloaked to make your force seem larger.
Yes. Also, there will be a lot of fire inbound, and I cannot afford all of that fire to come on the Sarek, so we will have to move in uncloaked.
It's close, but I think we just might pull it off.
Oh, you know it.
And Martok will stand up. Where's his words? Then it is settled. Captains, Let us return to our vessels to make final preparations and be ready to disembark. We leave in 1 hour. And
Very
Martok will get up and turn out.
Very well. Commander Starks, Captain Starks, I wish you all the luck in the world. You are doing definitely something what needs to be done. And it is often said that courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees the others. Godspeed, Captain.
Thanks, Commander. I'm gonna turn around to Grinnin, making sure that no one else is in earshot, and I will extend my hand to Grinnin.
Grennan will take it and give him a solid, very stern nod.
It is very unlikely we'll meet again, so I want to echo the words I told you the last time we engaged in an operation like this. I do believe that you have everything it takes to do your duty.
And you as well.
And I will leave the room.
Very well. I shall depart as well to my own ship. Come on, Commander Verloc.
And
Prax
Cap.
extends her hand out to Rhaegoff and says, "See you on the battlefield."
Rhaegoff extends his. We'll be there.
And Varro and Grennan are just gonna leave.
And before Prax walks off, he sneaks a flask into his hand, or her hand. That
It's a
one's
little
on the
early,
house.
Rhaegoff.
Sorry, what's that?
It's a little early, Rhaegoff. We'll save it for a celebration.
You never know.
And she walks out.
Rhaegoff follows and leaves
Excellent.
the scene.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Captain Starks, Commander Prax, and Commander Rhaegoff. That was most helpful, and I think you guys have set up your mission for Thursday.
Good luck, because seriously, you're gonna need.
It's nothing we can't do. I mean, it is something we can't do, but we're gonna try anyways.
Hey man, suicide mission, that's the way.
It'll be fun. That's
As
for
they
sure.
follow Captain Leonidas into battle. Gonna be great.
All right, so we'll go ahead and move on along to the final preparations before disembarkment. I'm going to send the captains the information for the thing.
We can drop out.
Yes, yep. Thank you very much. Bam. All right, so the captains have the information. By all means, role play and do your thing.
Do
Hey,
you want
out
to
of
begin,
character.
Grennan?
Really quick, Grinnan said the numbers were actually 4 less than what we were told in the Hadfield mission. Correct?
Yes.
Possibly.
Yeah. So as things stand, we're good.
Okay, because it was 36, so now it's 32 that we need.
Well, no. It's 30. It should be. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
32. It was. I made a mistake because I thought that we had more ships than we did when I was outlining it.
Yeah, it's
That's okay.
When I was
Going
when
to
I was
end
writing the
badly.
mission, so.
Hugh snapped his fingers and now it's less ship.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we have less ships, but at the same time, the thing we're trying to do now requires less ships. So, it's easy.
That's good. So Grennan, do you want to begin or shall I?
Well, this plan was the concoction of was created under your command. So, I'll have you outline it to everyone. And I think with this, we're all sitting around the conference table on the Kismet.
On the Kismet.
Cool. Kismet Sounds, where are you?
Yeah,
Kismet.
that way. Yeah,
Kismet
that way.
Conference room. All right.
Yeah, we're on. Yeah, it's like we're on the Kismet, but it's your plan. So
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we all know why we're here today. We are going to be doing something which requires our complete and utter focus. We are going to be saving the Federation in its most literal sense. So, we have begun devising a plan which will be put into action. We will be sneaking by the primary Orion force to reach the AI planet which we have seen quite a few times ourselves. This AI planet, as we know, is the source for all these transmissions of disease which have been occurring. And our job is to go over there and set up the cordon field on this planet. Now, as we all know, we have begun manufacturing the vaccine for this virus. I do not know the status of the vaccine yet. The Admiralty has let us know that it will be done within the hour, or so they say. Until that is done, we need to distribute what vaccine we have on our ships to all of our crew members, just in case. And we must proceed with other action. We must study these drone ships that the Orions have for any sorts of weaknesses, which could possibly aid us in combat. Now, Captain Grennan, please correct me if I've left anything out, but I
Don't
think that
encourage
would be
him,
all.
Ed.
agreed.
Very well. Then, Captain Grennan, you should definitely tell your crew what to do. The Hadfield and myself, the crew of the Hadfield and myself will return to our ship, and we will make preparations from our ship. We can always be in radio contact.
Very good. Dr. Efrix, I'd like it if you would assist the crew of the Hadfield in creating the vaccine for the attack force.
Of course, Captain.
Dr. Efrix, you are most welcome aboard our ship.
Thank you, sir.
Very well. Crew of the Hadfield, let's pack up, get back on the ship, and get to work. Captain Grennan, we'll be in touch.
Very good.
I have a question, Captain, while we're all here. You say our objective is to study one of these Orion drone ships. What kind of study would you like us to undertake, and how?
See if you can find a way for us to overcome their energy reversal ability.
And also a couple of weaknesses in their armor wouldn't be a bad.
Agreed.
At the same time, if it were possible to somehow block the signal, even temporarily, our fighters would have an incredible advantage.
That is also true.
I know we were able to beam aboard one such ship previously. We may be able to try this again.
Do these ships have shields?
And not the one we encountered before.
Yeah,
These
everything.
ships might. So we need to prepare a contingency plan.
Well, everything that the fleet reports have indicated thus far indicate that these drone ships have no shield generators of their own.
Like I am saying, Captain, the Orion might have stepped up their. We technically do not know what we're up against, right?
That is fair.
So,
Though beaming aboard a few isotons of high explosives may be a default plan.
it may
Agreed.
very well be. However, I would not rely on something so finicky. I'd trust the phasers on my ship any day of the week.
Hmm. In that case, Mr. Ajula, I'd like you to work with the Hadfield's chief engineer to perform these inspections.
Commander Volok, you will station yourself on the Kismet then. Is that okay with you?
I'm glad to work with him.
Very well, sir.
Very good. I think we all have our orders then. Do we not?
That we do.
Very well then. Lieutenant Rugan, Lieutenant Freewood, and
Aye, Commander.
Dr. Blackwell, let us depart to the Hatfield. Captain Grennan, we'll keep in touch.
We'll keep in touch.
All right. So, which task would we like to tackle first?
Ooh. That
Hey,
one.
Hey, Evans.
Hi.
Brennan, which task do we want to be tackled first? Medicine or drone?
I'd say the medicine.
And I am in agreement with that, so let's get started on the medicine.
All right, one moment. Let me organize all my threat counters on my desk here.
Can I have a short moment with the captain while you do
Sure.
that?
You may.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I will ring the door, and of course we're not gonna play the sound just because GM has.
Come in, free will.
Captain,
Yes.
have you seen the new ship specs, the new fighter specs?
From the Everest, I presume.
Yes, that I just sent you. It's our ship.
I see.
I
Yes,
mean-
I've seen them. What do you want me to do with?
Like soon as we can fit that in the ship, we can have it. They own it's parked there just for us. It's kind of my ship, but it's like Federation things. But it's my ship, but it's like Federation.
Sure, I'll consider it, but maybe some advancements to our science stations might also be. Tell you what, Free Will, I'll consider it real hard.
That's just enough for me, Captain. It's just a thing that's just so you know. There's a I have the Federation has a ship there. Just is for Hatfield.
Understood, Lieutenant. Dismissed.
Yes, Captain.
All right. So to the science team. So I'm setting up. This is for the vaccine to vaccinate every ship in the fleet. It's going to be an extended task. It's going to be control using medicine or science. We got a difficulty 2 task. Magnitude is 4. Work track 15. I am only going to give you guys 3 attempts at this. Because at the 3rd attempt, you guys are going to be in position. So like this is the passing of time for you guys.
Oh,
So
don't forget
it is-
it. Don't forget the Hatfield has the advanced sick bay.
Yep,
Right, I
so
was
we
about
get
to
a
ask
minus
you.
-1 difficulty on that check. That's a difficulty check.
Perfect. Yep, whatever you guys got to do. Yeah, when I make tasks, I don't really take the ships into consideration, so just tell me if you guys get any advantages or
That's why we're here.
disadvantages or
And
Yep.
then what's the CMO advantage when he's in sick bay? The medical staff.
Yeah,
Right.
I'd use that. I'd put that towards the actual extended task itself.
Right. but
Besides,
I'm
you
not-
couldn't reduce the difficulty anymore because it can't be a difficulty 0 check.
Well, I mean, not for this, I would assume.
Yeah, sorry, Doc.
All right, so as it stands, there's the thing for the science, or for the vaccines, the extended task.
Oh, which of the 2 doctors has higher medicine?
I have medicine 5, control 10.
We're exactly equal then. What about focus?
I have xenoimmunology
And I've got infectious diseases.
and infectious diseases. Yeah.
And I've got virology.
I think all of that works for both of you, so it's really just who's
Okay,
taking the lead and who's assisting.
Doc Blackwell, it's your medical.
Yeah, it is your med.
All right.
And the ship will get to assist, Ed?
Yes, I would say using, because the way I figure it, you guys are probably trying to replicate a lot of stuff. So we could probably go engineering and medicine.
Understood.
Wait, those are both departments, though.
Those are things,
Crap.
yeah.
It is, isn't it?
Computers medicine, then.
Probably. Let me double check that. Yeah, it's probably going to be computers.
Yeah, replicators are computers, so.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep. So computers works.
All right,
Sometimes
you
I
guys-
forget what ship stats are.
You guys roll your thing, I'll roll the ship.
All right. So what's the work track looking like again?
15.
15, 3 tries.
Yep.
You got this.
So I'm just rolling to assist, correct?
Correct.
Also, think about what you want to use your CMO advantage to do for the extended task.
All right. Like I couldn't lay my hands on that in the book when I was flipping through. What is that? What's the mechanic?
What it means is that as a doctor, you have an advantage whenever you're on the ship. That advantage can be sort of muted into other things. In this case, we want it to be something for the work track. If I may make a suggestion, I would actually pick up Triumphant, which means that when you get a breakthrough, you get a second breakthrough.
Oh, hello. That's good, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds great to me.
We'll take it.
And what's Triumphant? That was a talent?
No, it is a circumstance when you're doing a extended task.
I see it. I see it.
Very well, Doctor. Roll the bone.
All right, here goes the task roll. Medicine control, 2 dice.
That's already 2 momentum gen. Dr. Efrix, will you roll, please? 3 momentum generated.
Yep. So I guess the doctor would be technically on the Hadfield at the moment. So Hadfield has 3 momentum.
That is indeed correct.
Challenge dice, please. I believe you're at 7, and don't forget to hit enter before you roll the challenge dice.
Right. Here we go.
2, 4, 6, 8. All right. I believe that is 1 breakthrough.
And with Triumphant,
It's 2 breakthroughs. Yep.
Okay.
So there's 1. So now I guess it would be a difficulty 0 task. And you need. So you have 7 work left and still 2 magnitudes left.
Let's just generate the momentum. What could go?
All right. All things stand the
I'm
same.
gonna hold on before you roll. I'm gonna go ahead and spend 2 threat since I have 9 million of it. I'm going to increase the complication range of all dice rolls to 2.
Do either of you have cautious medicine?
Yes.
Okay, then you probably want to take the lead at this point.
Yeah, so Dr. Efrix, take the lead.
Okay, and I will use a momentum. just in case,
Okay, here's one of the Hadfield's momentums then.
If that's okay with you, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Which means I roll 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Brilliant. That's
Dear
4, 5 momentum. Dr. Blackwell. That's 6 momentum. Hadfield is gonna roll. That's 8 momentum. We're sitting pretty at 10 momentum, and we're just gonna dunk the 4 that we have left into progress on the.
All right, Dr. Afrix, if you will roll 7 challenge dice, please, and don't forget to hit enter before you roll.
Well, it's going well so far.
2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 2 more, and then you're throwing the 4 in there, so that would be 9. And yes, you have successfully created enough vaccine for the entirety of the task force.
Dr. Efrix, it's a pleasure working with you.
You as well, Dr. Blackwell.
And yeah, you guys crushed that. So Hadfield has 6 momentum, and we'll go ahead and jump to the Kismet with the engineering team.
Dear Lord.
God bless.
So before you guys do anything, I have to give you guys what the security team found out about the drone ships. This is given information from that mission.
For now, Dr. Efrix.
Okay.
Okay. Do we know if there's any way to interrupt these signals or what the behavior of the drone ships are when they are no longer directed by an external controller?
Roll me, and anyone who's with you can assist. Roll me insight and either security or engineering difficulty 2, and whoever's with you working on this can assist. I believe that's Valak.
Could we also bring in Rugan to assist?
And I assume the Kismet will be assisting us with this?
Yeah,
With these
whoever's on.
computers.
Yeah, whoever's on the Kismet can assist, and
And
yeah,
will
we'll,
the Kismet itself assist with this task?
yeah, we'll go ahead and have the Kismet assist with either computers and whichever task you use, whatever discipline you use.
Okay, might any of my focuses apply? These being hazard awareness, sensor systems, transporters, replicators, encryption, decryption, quantum mechanics.
No.
All right.
How about small craft or cybernetic small craft?
No, because you're trying to learn about the signal.
True. Yep. Okay.
Would reverse engineering be a thing like that?
Okay, let's roll.
Yeah, so none of the assists really matter at this point.
Actually, the ship's assist may matter here.
No, because it can't assist if you failed the task.
Yeah, you
I see.
just succeed at the task. You probably should have let Can they re-roll that? Just Velok.
I will allow the reroll if I get 4 threat.
4 threat. Oh man.
You know, sometimes the Jula doesn't think; they just act, and that allows me to re-roll.
Ed, how about this? I'll give you 3 of my momentum, and they get.
I will take a Jula's determination.
And 4 of my momentum.
I will take a Jula's determination.
Re-roll time.
And then I just need the ship, please.
What's the ship rolling?
Engineering computers.
God damn it, Ajula, we're not even 30 minutes into this. Actually, we are, but you get the point.
Okay, which trades? I'm sorry, you said computers and engineering?
The captain got it. You guys did succeed. And I'll send this to Ajula and Velok.
So this is why you let your helmsman do shit first, so both
And
crews can
Velok,
have
Velok.
momentum.
There you are. So many people. Boom.
Especially on the Kismet.
Ignore like the first 4 words of that.
All right. That device I never actually got to see. Okay.
That's the information you get, Ajula. Please don't message me about questions.
Well, Captain, we found no relevant information.
That's disappointing.
Well then, time to go on with the task.
Have to sneak.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. What was Ajula looking into specifically?
The question was whether there was a way to block these signals and what the drones would do if these signals were blocked.
Okay, the other thing I need you to look into is the actual functionality of the energy redirection. I want you to see if you can figure out a way to overcome that.
All right, is this something we can do just with the information we've already had from previous encounters, or will we actually need to go hunt down one of these ships and experiment?
This will be an insight plus engineering difficulty 3.
Let Velok lead on this one.
Yeah.
All yours, Commander.
One more dice, Commander.
One more die,
And is the ship assisting with the same role?
Correct.
Alright. Come on, roll 20. Work with me.
There we go.
And, yep, just need, so you guys actually bank a momentum out of that. Now I gotta find everybody again. Oh, wrong person. Bam. Bam.
Alright. Suppose we'll message the captain again there. Captain Grunin.
Captain here.
Here's the capacitors were designed to only discharge when it receives short, high energy bursts. It might be possible with longer sustained charge to get around it.
I see. Could the phasers be modified to output energy in that in such a way?
Guessing that's gonna be a spend for a question.
This is going to be how good can you technobabble?
Aha.
Gotcha. Well, I suppose I can assist here on the Kismet and send specs over to that field. We might be able to adjust some of the frequencies, maybe increase phaser storage capacity, allow more energy to flow through it in longer periods. It will take some work. I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, all
Very
these
good.
all
Get it
these
done as
guys
soon
are
as you
talking about
possibly can.
how
We're on
to
a
science
time
shit,
crunch here.
and I'm thinking that how to fucking add extra warp cores to a shuttle.
Yep, gonna
Yeah,
cut that out and just, of course, time crunch. Time crunch.
If you can technobabble that, Commander, I will give you what that says.
Come on, Valak, you can technobabble. You've done it to me before.
Oh yeah, just reading here. Sorry. Can... All right, so we'll kind of just go beep beep beep. Captain, with further consideration, I think we can adjust the phasers for a low power, longer blast. Unfortunately, it will give us some difficulty with them. We might have some accuracy troubles as well as other issues, but we'll do what we can.
What about the transporters? Has anyone explored the possibility of using them to directly, say, transport torpedoes, for example, onto a target ship?
Well, in order to do that, we'd have to beam them through the shields, and I don't want to have to work through that. It would be much more efficient to just launch torpedoes. So, Mr. Ajula, you're sure that there was nothing of importance in regards to the signals going to and from these drones?
It seems to be a similar signal to that used to control these robotic extrapolators. That's all. Not
Wait,
relevant
wait.
to the question.
Wait, no, that's very useful, Mr. Azul.
How so, sir?
The entire plan that the 10th Fleet is enacting in order to stop the Orion's plot requires us to interfere with the signals being sent from the planet. If we can do that, we'll also disrupt the drones at the same time. If it's all on the same carrier wave.
That is helpful. Yes, we need to. That will definitely help. But at the same time, disrupting the signal will be difficult.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you already have a base, Mr. Vlok. If you could adapt the pattern that we came up with, that you and your that the Hadfield crew came up with to disrupt the signals coming from the planet, we could potentially reapply that to affect the drones.
Yes, have to have the Hadfield send that information over here.
All right, so I think this is a good time to actually have the fleet enter the staging area. So I'm going to enter the next scene, so everyone will drop momentum. So I believe that makes the Hadfield with 5, Kismet out.
Yep.
Could we gift each other some momentum?
No.
Wait, quick before we do this, Pend wanted to have a quick discussion with me real quick.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Captain, can I talk to you in your ready room quickly?
Of course, Lieutenant. We gotta make this quick. We're almost at the staging area.
Of course. It's we've got a lot of plans going ahead with interrupting signals and blocking signals, but have we got a contingency if that doesn't work?
We've considered a lot of contingencies. As things stand, nothing has panned out.
And you can tell Pend is serious about this, even though he doesn't want to be. The thing is, Captain, we could, in theory, take 3 of the warp cores from the shuttles, attach them to the 4th, and if our signal blocking doesn't work, if all else fails, we can send them a nice surprise on the surface to interrupt their broadcasting.
Do you think it would work, Mr. Pend?
I'm pretty sure 4 warp cores being rammed into it in artificial intelligence would interrupt anything.
I see.
The only downside to that is it's going to require some guidance.
A pilot, you mean?
Yeah.
Out of the question, Mr. Pend.
That's why I knew you wouldn't say yes, but it's a case of if our plans don't work, we need to do something at least.
I see.
It's not really something I want to put forward, but I'd rather it be on the table than just completely ruled out.
Well, thank you for your suggestion, Mr. Pend. But I think we'll hedge our bets with what we have so far.
very well, but just don't rule it out until we really have stopped it. Because I really don't want this to fail.
You and me both. You and me both, Lieutenant.
But anyway, let's get back to playing signal hopping with the planet.
Agreed. And the captain and the lieutenant will go back onto the bridge.
All right. As you enter the bridge, Admiral Hepburn will hail the entire fleet. Attention fleet, I have just been in contact with Starfleet Command. They have informed me that they do not have enough vaccine to inoculate every Federation citizen. They estimate that only about 3 million people will have received the inoculation in time. 3 million out of trillions.
This is consistent with our estimates.
I do not have to tell you what is at stake. If we fail here, we lose much more than a starship, a starbase, a loved one, a friend. We lose everything. We lose everything the Federation has built. Failure is not an option. I am hereby giving you a direct order. You must stop the Orion Syndicate by any means necessary. Hepburn out.
Mr. Evans, raise the Hatfield.
Raising Hatfield?
And Commander Jacoby appears on the view screen.
Well,
Captain
Commander.
Brennan.
Well, Commander, what do you think?
I always knew this looked like a one-way mission, and now this just confirms my... Well, Captain Brennan, there's only one solution to this. We either do it, or we die. There is no ifs, buts, no candies or nuts. We go in there, and we get the job done.
Right. Right. But it's a shame that that carefully constructed plan that you came up with isn't going to be the saving grace we thought it was.
Trust me, Captain, this weighs pretty heavily on my soul as well. I am a diplomat. I am not a warrior. I am not a scientist. I talk to people. I am way out of my comfort zone, and I am probably the most uncertain here as to how everything is going to go out. However, hope mustn't be lost, because if we lose hope, then the Federation might already be dead as well.
Yeah. It's a shame because we on the it's rather disheartening to know that if we fail, we'll still be around to see it. Because you did inoculate us. Your medical crew did do an admirable job on that front. And you see Captain Grennan puts a hand to his mouth in thought.
Something on your mind, Captain?
You said that you were more of a diplomat than a strategist, didn't you, Mr. Jacoby?
That is correct, Captain.
I'm also a diplomat. Tell me, Mr. Jacoby, are you fond of poker?
Quite so, Captain. However, are you sure this is the...
I think now is just the time for a bluff. And I think this would be a good point to move to the next bit.
Alright then.
So what's the plan here?
What I'm gonna want us to do is, once we get to the planet, I want to try to bluff. We should try to bluff them, because we, as a attack force, are going to be immune to this virus. If we pull it off correctly, if we make them think that the entire Federation is inoculated by, like, you know, they'll say, oh, you can't affect us, you know, we're immune, just try infecting our ship, you'll see. And when they do, they'll see we're immune. If we can bluff them, they might just give up.
Captain, remind me never to play poker against.
I'm not that good, Mr. Jacoby.
Remember that we have to tweak the virus first. The way the inoculation works is we have to get hit with a neutered form of the virus, which we tweak, which then makes us immune to any other form.
Understood. That was always part of the plan. And if I've read your reports correctly, that first wave won't affect anyone, even if they aren't inoculated.
Assuming we put the cordon in place and manage to tweak the virus.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about
Well,
too, Ed. It's a case of there's
definitely
too much
seems like we got our work
talking
cut
and
out.
hoping. That's why I think everyone else just wants
Captain
to
Brennan, I am most
have a guaranteed, or not
most
guaranteed, but
inclined to acquiesce to your plan.
a more solid
And we should
plan.
probably do a meeting about this. You and I, personally.
Understood.
Shall I beam over to the Kismet, or will you come to my quarters on the head?
I've always wanted to see the Hadfield. I've heard a lot about your work. I think I'll come over.
Very good, Captain. I've got a bottle of Sarian brandy with your name on it. Jacoby out. Lieutenant Rugon, prepare for the arrival of the Captain Brennan. Please form a welcoming committee and bring him over to me.
Aye, Commander. Right away, sir.
And we'll go ahead and make with the transporting.
Well, it's a much smaller transporter pad than I'm used to.
Welcome, Captain. On behalf of Commander Jacoby.
I heard the Hadfield had a Klingon science officer. I'm very proud to see that our relations with the Empire have gone so far to get us here.
Thank you, Commander. I do believe that there is a lot we can still learn from one another.
Great. As much as I'd love to continue talking cultural exchange, we do have business to get down to.
Yes, sir. Please, this way.
And the captain is going to follow Lieutenant Rugon up to the commander's ready room.
And you shall enter my magical realm. Captain Grennan, please have a seat. I did promise you Sarian brandy. I will deliver. I will grab 2 glasses and pour ourselves some brandy.
Thank you, but I think I should save that drink until afterwards. I don't handle my liquor very well.
Understood, Captain, but it may well be your last. Don't mind me, I'll just have yours as well. So, tell me, you want to bluff them. Do go into more detail, if you will.
As I've said, this attack force is immune to the effects of the virus. If we manage to pull off the cordon correctly the first time, then we will be immune to the virus. And theoretically, no matter what the machine planet may do after then, the attack force will always be immune to the virus. So what I say is that after we become immune, I say we pull a bluff. As far as the Machine Empire will see, everyone that they are currently in contact with will be immune to the virus. We can bluff them and make them think that this inoculation has gone farther than it actually has.
Let me get something straight out of character here. We're going to negotiate with machines, is that correct? Or with the Orions?
Not negotiate, so to speak. Once we have the planet surrounded, we'll be more or less in a position of power. Their only bargaining chip over us will be the they have the entire Federation hostage. If we make them think that that bargaining chip is gone, we win.
Captain, pardon my brusqueness, but we are basically gambling on the fact that whoever we will be negotiating with is an idiot.
No. Think about it. Computers deal in logic. If you saw a fleet that came to you and surrounded your planet and told you this plan that they had, and if, as it would appear, they were immune to the virus, we all will be. If they try to infect our ships, it won't work. If we make them think that we are all immune, we'll have essentially tricked them into thinking that they don't have their bargaining chip anymore.
Okay, Captain, I hate to play the devil's advocate here, but it seems like I'm going to have to. We haven't actually considered how deep the Orions have gone into Federation structure. For all we know, there could be sleeper agents on Earth right now, probably knocking on my door delivering the news. For all we know, they could know potentially everything there is to know. We could have a sleeper agent in Starfleet High Command structure. It's a very risky plan, and I agree we should try it, but if we gamble on it, we could lose our lives. Very.
Well, as it stands, I don't have a better idea, Commander.
Other than splitting the planet in two, I wholeheartedly agree. And I'm not one for splitting planets in two, if you ask. Besides, I don't think our ship could do it anyway.
Agreed. Well, as things stand, we have a long shot. It's not gonna be an easy shot, but it's gonna be a shot nonetheless.
I'll tell you what, Captain. I'll give it my best shot. You give it your best shot. I'm fairly certain
You
with our
have
combined
missed
experiences we can
the
make
captain's
something
talking
happen.
about playing
And
poker with an
at
AI,
the end of the day,
and Penn talking
reasoning
about
with a
blowing up a
machine
planet
is
with
much
warp
easier than it
cores.
seems. Turing did it himself, and it's still difficult to pass his test today, if I'm not mistaken.
They sure knew how to make them.
They sure did. So if Turing can do it, then by God, so can we.
I like the way you think, Commander.
Then, Captain, as I down the sarin, we definitely have our work cut out for us. And are you sure a bit of Dutch courage could go a long way?
No. I think I'm gonna need it to steady my nerves after we take that long shot.
Very well. Oh God, I need a nap or something. How long is it until we reach the? Oh, hang on, Lieutenant Rugon.
Aye, Commander.
How long is it until we reach the staging area?
GM.
Shows about 30 minutes, I believe, Commander.
30 minutes. There you go, Captain. Just enough for a nice little cat. Oh, God. Right. If you need me, I will be on the communications. Just get in touch with Lieutenant Rugon and he will fetch me. Other than that, I think we've covered pretty much everything we have.
Of course. It's been an honor, Commander.
Keep in mind, Captain, quality is not an act, it is a habit. Let's make sure we use that habit. Show these Orions what we're made of.
Agreed. See you on the battlefield.
See you on the battlefield.
And the captain is going to leave Commander Jacoby's ready room.
All right.
I'd like to do a scene with Penn, if that's all right.
Yeah, if Captain's business is concluded on the Hadfield, we can jump to Pend and Ajula.
It is.
Okay, Penn, where do I find you?
If not on the bridge, then in the shuttle bay.
Okay, so I meet you probably on your way to the shuttle bay. Maybe I run into you right as you're leaving the bridge. And I say, Pend, I think I know you well enough to know that you have a plan that involves directly attacking this AI, and I want in. What are we doing?
Well, the captain has dismissed the idea, but I was considering asking a few people to meet me in the shuttle bay to discuss a radical, that's a kind word to put it, a radical backup plan.
What makes it radical and a backup?
Well, if interfering with signals doesn't work, we haven't really got a backup plan. So I I have a explosive kind of backup plan.
How many isotons and what delivery system?
We can discuss all of this when we meet up with other people in the shuttle bay.
All right, any information you can give me on the target, I can do some rough calculations here, and we'll figure out how much high-X we'll need.
If anything, I'd need to know where either the AI core is or where their communications are being broadcast from.
And how much material is between the surface and wherever the AI's core is.
Pretty much it's going to be a case of I need one of those two locations and a big boom.
How about sensor logs from any previous visit to this location? Do we have anything recent?
It's possible, but like I said, if we get together with some science and engineers to work on this, it's like I said, I'd rather leave this as an actual last resort for now.
As you guys talk, since I had the messages from Lieutenant Penn, you'll hear like I will go from my station outside of the room because I'm in my con station. I will go outside, and in the turbo lift, I will contact Lieutenant Penn. I'll be like, free will to Lieutenant Penn.
This is Pend.
So what seems to be the problem? I cannot leave my station, but maybe I can help from here.
Do you think it's possible to, or have you got any shuttles on your vessel?
Yes, we have a couple.
Do you trust anyone enough on your ship to remove the warp cores and send them to the Kismet?
I think you should talk with Lieutenant Vlog since he's here. Tell him that I sent. You can trust him.
The
He's
issue.
kind of my best friend.
That's no problem. The issue is this needs to be not on either captain's radar, so please don't mention this on the bridge.
Hold on for a second. Free will to Vlog? I will do my con badge thingy.
Yep.
Vlog?
Okay. So, yes, Lieutenant?
Are you busy?
Currently working on the Kismet, possibly doing some phaser modifications.
Can you help a friend out?
What do you need, Lieutenant?
Can you hold the secret in front of the captain?
That would depend on the secret, Lieutenant.
It's like a backup to the captain's plan.
Oh, if we need to work on a backup plan, I am able to assist if need be.
You should search for Lieutenant Penn. He's waiting for you. And I will end my conversation and then free will to Penn.
Pend?
Vlok is looking for you. I think he's in it.
Okay, thank you, Free Will. I'll get back to you if we have any updates.
I would also recommend, if you want to do something like that, you should talk with Vlog. Maybe he can overcharge the engine so you will have a very fast ship.
It's definitely worth considering, but for now it's definitely to talk to some engineers and some scientists about stupidity.
Yeah, I need to get back on my station, so if you need me, send me private messages, please.
That's no problem. Thank you, Luke.
And for my part of the scene, basically, I will get back on the bridge as the captain exits his ready room. Or the commander exits his ready room.
So, yeah, if it's possible for... I would have communicated to all the other staff, bar the captains, to come to the shuttle bay. So it's up to individuals if they would come.
I'm there.
Heading there as well because apparently I'm working on the backup plan.
What information were we given?
None. You just got asked by Pend to come to the shuttle bay for a backup plan.
Well, I'm coming if Captain does not stop me.
So should I kick the captains out really quick?
If you wish, it's your call.
Yeah, do it. Let's go to 10 forward, Grant. Oh, wait, no, he's muted himself. I'll go to 10 forward.
So who all was the invitation to?
It was basically to everyone bar the captains.
Oh, fair enough.
You should move out of the room, Gren.
Yo, Grennan, come to 10 forward with me.
So if everyone's assembled, it would be ladies and gentlemen. This is going.
So, so just really quick, everyone here is in the shuttle bay, correct?
Correct.
No.
Right. If you're not, yeah, if you're not going to the shuttle bay, jump over to 10 forward really
Okay.
quick.
Yeah, I'm not even on the ship, so bye.
Let's say as a narrative way, I will be in contact with them by messaging, because like the captain ordered me specifically not to leave my station, because since the doctor is not here.
Yeah, no, I
Luke wants
figure
to
they.
meet her.
Yeah, I figure for whoever's on the other ship still and can't beam over to the Kismet is probably has like a secret channel open between the two.
Like a
Or,
voice
you know-
to text type thing?
Yeah, something like that. You know, like just like a private channel. Like you know, maybe they found a computer in an office or something, and set up an encrypted channel.
Yeah, if you want me, I can even roll for that.
No, it's fine. It's fine because I think the narrative is what we're sticking with here today. So so just for ease, everybody's in this meeting and just where you're at. The reason why you can hear is for this, is through that, like the encrypted channel means, just to make it easy.
So, ladies and gentlemen, considering we have a plan of trying to interfere with signals or block signals from the AI planet, but if that doesn't work, we don't really have a backup plan. And even though the captain has ruled it out, I would like to begin work on taking the warp cores from 3 of our shuttles and from the Hadfield's shuttles and attaching them in some way, shape or form to the 4th one of ours.
Basically, cramming as much antimatter in there as we can possibly fit. Correct?
Correct. The idea is if our first and second plan doesn't work, we have a big enough a damn near big enough explosion that we can knock out their communications, the AI, just something other than hoping the signal gets blocked.
You have me, 100%. Now, the captain says he wants to bluff this AI. I say let's deal it in the cards. I say let's reach in there and actually get the resources we need to fight and win decisively.
It's not a case of fighting and winning. It's more a case of, I do hope the signal blocking works. Really, I do hope it works. But unfortunately, this is going to have to be a manned shuttle into the planet.
Wait, you're talking about a suicide run?
Hold on, why manned, Pend?
Because with the amount of signals bouncing around, trying to do it remotely doesn't really seem possible. Like I said, it's not. This isn't
pre-programmed flight plans. If we know the end location, it's just a matter of finding some static markers to navigate to and from.
Right,
and
but
programming
it
will
signal.
Or a remote control one.
Look, if these plans work, happy days. If we can pre-plan a destination, even better. But this entire thing is backup if all else fails, and if the pre-planned course fails, it will require a pilot. This is accounting for what needs to be done if everything fails.
Just so we're clear, we may be talking about finishing off the genocide that the Azure started 110 years ago. If, as the reports seem to indicate, these are the souls, for lack of a better word, of these people in the pods, still kept alive in a virtual reality, we are ending an entire planet's life.
At the risk of that one planet ending trillions of lives. It's not a good decision, but it's a trade that could be worth it.
Doctor, we couldn't stop what happened 100 years ago. We can stop what happens today, and we can stop the individual who is choosing to set this in motion today, here, now.
We do actually have the location of their signal tower. I was part of the team that went to the planet and discovered quite a bit of it. We could essentially focus our efforts there with this last resort, and that very well might still leave, as you say, the souls intact.
I think that's worth a risk.
I agree with Vlok. I don't want to kill any innocents.
It's not up to us to decide that one life or a million lives is worth more than another number. It's not about the numbers, damn it. Every life is worth saving.
Understand.
We must do our best, even in this last extreme. Even although I understand everything else has gone to hell and this is the only hope we've got left. Let's try and stand by our values to the very end.
I agree 100%, and this isn't a decision I'm comfortable with or really want to suggest, but that is why it's being suggested as a last resort. So if we can take out the communications with this last resort and not wipe out the planet, that's best case scenario for the last resort. But if it does come down to this, we are disobeying orders, and we are doing something extremely against regulations. So if it does come down to this, nobody has any knowledge of this except the captain knows it was my suggestion. I will take full responsibility if it comes to this.
Well, hell, I was near retirement anyway.
I mean, the Admiralty ordered us to do whatever we can because this is the last resort, so we are actually following orders in a way.
That's a direct point. Our direct orders were to do literally anything in our power to ensure that this happens.
We're following established norms of Federation law and of interstellar law regarding to armed conflict. This is a proportional response.
So
this is 100% legally defensible.
This, as far as I'm concerned, is the last chance any of you have to say no and not participate. As long as you don't inform others of what's happening here, you can say no and leave what's happening.
Point. The first one is for anyone who has sufficient knowledge of transporters. If this shuttle has to be manned, what are the chances that we can transport them out of the shuttle?
If the target is on the planet's surface, it should be possible.
I mean, I can make special software that will guide the ship where it needs to go, and also have some maneuverability in case if it's attacked or something like that. The only weakness I think I cannot account for if they do something like jamming or something like that. But like I can make a basic program that will run that.
So if they don't jam our transporter signals, we could probably get the pilot out.
I would recommend without the pilot.
Yeah,
but if pilot is needed.
I can inject a subdural transponder, which will help the transporter beam lock on. If we have time, we might even be able to work it into some kind of pattern enhancer that could just be simply and quickly injected into the potential pilot. Although, again, I think we can probably do this just by sending it back along the direction of the main signal. But, as you say, if we must have a pilot, let's try and do everything we can to get he or she out.
Well, I wouldn't ask anyone else to go down for my plan. If a pilot is required and we can sort out getting a transport, I'll go down with the ship. I can't, in good conscience, send anyone else down for this plan.
Then there is another possibility.
Just to make sure that we agreed on this, Lieutenant Penn, we're gonna take the tower out, not the whole civilization, right?
That is the primary goal. If we can knock out the communications anyway with the captain's plans or this plan, that is the primary goal. That is what we are looking to achieve.
I want to make it clear that that's the only plan. Without destroying the civilization, I don't want us to be turned into them just because we can do it.
Agreed.
Though the Federation may disappear, our legacy shall not be one of murderers.
Exactly.
So, gentlemen, shall we begin?
Second question, quick one.
Okay.
Are we going to ask either of the captains before deploying this plan at the last moment? I know it was shot down when you had suggested it earlier, but when ships are down.
If it gets to that stage, we can ask. If they continue to say no and it gets even worse, again, I will take full responsibility for launching it. But hopefully it will not get anywhere near that stage.
Okay, so Free Will will start working on a software for the shuttle to actually fly to the destination that we gave it, that we're gonna give it to it, and at the same time have a software that will like dodge incoming attacks or something like that.
Okay.
And if there's an engineer type that wants to help Blackwell work the kind of boost a subdural transporter to work more like a pattern enhancer.
We have no neighboring on ships with us. Perhaps we'd be able to get our hands on some sort of cloaking module.
There's an idea.
We can certainly ask, but we shouldn't get our hopes too high on it.
If not, with direct exposure to their technology, we may be able to forge something for ourselves.
Well, let's see what we can get done. For now, let's get underway with what we have. If someone can contact the Klingons or the Romulans, hopefully we can get a cloak off them. But I doubt it'll work.
Well, and God save us from having to actually do this.
Agreed. Ed, if you want to bring them all back in, considering we've discussed all the plans.
Do you want us to roll for any, or we roll if we use it? GM.
So I made the rolls. Is there any? So just really quick, just so I make sure I have all my bases covered here. What exactly are you guys going to be doing if you need to do this? So basically step by step.
So first things first is we'll be taking the warp cores from all but one shuttle and putting them on the last shuttle. We'll be trying to create a flight path and something to help avoid incoming attacks from the planet to their communication core. Not the AI core, but the communications where signals being broadcast. If it can't be done remotely, it will be a subdermal transponder.
Yeah, we want to put a boosted subdural transponder in pinned in case he has to actually fly this suicide mission so that we have a better chance of locking on and beaming him out.
I think the last thing was possibly a cloaking technology, but I don't think it mixes with Federation technology.
It does not, and I will tell you right now, there would be no way to get a cloak on here.
Yeah, I figured. But yeah, I think that's about it. So it's how you want to proceed with how that's just gone.
I think I just got one more roll to create. So, there's probably information you guys are missing. Okay, I think that'll work. Yeah. So there is some information you guys are missing, so I'll have you do rolls for that, so you guys get the whole picture of what you're trying to plan here. And then, if you guys learn that information, you still want to try it, I have other rolls.
That sounds fair. Lay them on us.
So yeah, I think there's one other thing.
Oh, quick suggestion. Since the attack will be taking place at impulse speeds, right?
More than likely, or we could just warp ram into the planet.
Fair enough, but I was thinking, since we've got these other shuttles, even though they don't have warp cores, they still have impulse. We could have the other shuttles programmed to do like a random kind of pattern around the main shuttle to maybe provide some cover if we needed to. Just a program.
Decoys.
Yeah, chat.
I saw a movie about that.
I mean, anything that could possibly make it successful if needed is definitely welcome.
And are these warp cores going to be on the inside or the outside of the shuttle?
Inside.
Okay.
Strap him to the hood like a deer, man.
Because basically, what I'm looking for here is like plausible deniability. If I'm asked to like,
Yeah, to be fair, I don't think there really is plausible. There is for everyone else as long as you don't say anything, but there's not any deniability from Pend.
So where are you guys actually going to be doing this at?
So I believe this will be in the Kismet's shuttle bay.
For the rest of the information you guys need.
Yeah, they'll be in the Kismet shuttle bay.
Okay.
I think I'd be working on the transponder thing in sickbay and on the Hadfield. That I can prep in a hypo and beam over, and it's self-injectable.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Free Will can work on his programs.
Software.
Yeah. And I think it's primarily whatever engineers and scientists we have left to apply warp cores to a shuttle.
All right. So, first of all, I need somebody in here to roll me or reason with science or security difficulty 2.
Sorry, what was the first one again?
What were the rules?
is controller reason?
I am very good at reason and science. If someone would like me to do that thing.
So with this, you can only work on one thing you can only work on one thing, period. So you can't do multiples here.
So did you say this was security or science?
Yes, controller reason with security science.
Well, I can
Difficulty
do
2.
control security for this one because I've got a 16 for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I only have a 14 in that.
Right. Go ahead, Pend.
And what? How many? What's the difficulty?
2.
I don't. Yeah, I've not really got anything for focuses.
Come on, you can do it.
Is it possible for me to give you personal threat? No, threat that can be just used against me, considering this is my dumbass plan.
It'll just go into the pool.
Then could I give you 1 threat?
Sure. Right. And you guys get a momentum, actually.
Yeah, Kismet.
Where's the information? There it is. Here you are, Penned.
Okay, so is that just secondary cores for the AI, or is that secondary broad, like, communications?
Both.
Okay, I'll relay this information to everyone else. There's secondary cores spread out over the entire planet.
So there's not basically an antenna we can aim for and just take out with just one antenna, kind of thing.
No, unfortunately, it's.
So we'd have to wipe out the whole world, basically.
I mean, it is a last resort, but that is basically what the information is saying. If we do this, it is an end game.
Just as a question, quick question, can we turn that bomb into an EMP bomb?
This was talked about in the security mission, and it was decided no.
Oh.
Yep.
I was gonna say if they're being stored electronically, that would probably kill them anyway.
That's a point.
Then can we turn the explosion into like a big jamming cloud? Like a cloud of something that will jam all the communications?
You're still thinking EMPs with that.
I mean, unless you're talking about like an
not
ion thing, because I know
not
ion storms tend to
destroying.
block a lot of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You
What
know
was-
when it's a weather storm outside and your phone doesn't work, but everything is working just because of the storm, the signal doesn't go through. So we are trying to create that cloud that will not allow the signal to go through it.
That's the thing. Basically, Ed has already said no.
It's mostly because like what happens when that dissipates? You're still at square one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really seeming like if we do go ahead with this, if it gets to this stage, it's a all or nothing type of deal.
There is one more thing that you guys probably need to know, and it's this role is going to be Insight Security. Insight using Security or Engineering difficulty 3. Since you guys are starting to think this way. And I'll let whoever wants to roll that, but remember, if you do this, you can't do anything else.
I got a 13. Please tell me someone's got better.
I can't do anything for it.
I got 15, and if we spend the momentum, I can do cautious as well.
I like the sound of that.
Very well. Knock yourself out.
All right, Hadfield's down to 3 momentum. Kismet still has 1.
Are we? Are they all not on the?
I'm technically on Kismet right now.
Yeah.
Oh, you are. That's right.
So
Right,
he's
Kis-
using the Kismets. Yeah.
Yes, Kismet has 0. Hadfield has 5.
Oh, that caution thing.
Yeah, reroll that one. Oof.
Oh, do you have a focus?
He does. He does. Come on, Vlad. Better than nothing.
Well, that one should be that second one should be 2 successes then if he has an applicable focus.
Oh, darn it! It did not turn on.
Do you have an
what was the focus?
I didn't know if I had a focus here. I do have small craft, cybernetics, transporters, replicators. That sounds about all for engineering.
You know what, cybernetics. I'll go with cybernetics. I'll give it to you.
All
Then you
right.
pass.
Who rolled this? Valak?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is going to turn out
I
so
think
poorly.
You should have 13 threat, right?
I have a lot more. Yeah, the threat. I don't track threat on Roll20. I have a ton of threat. I started with close like over 20.
Oh.
So I got threat for days. I could give you an accurate count.
Yeah, you don't need to. I was just trying to help out.
Well, one
Yeah,
thing
but-
we do, one thing we will know here is, it will straight up need to be a warp core explosion near the main core in order for this plan to succeed. Possibly.
It's very conflicting with what free will character is, so he will just send you the program and doesn't say yes or no on it. So
So it seems that if we do come down this road, it's going to be a not very nice outcome for someone.
So just to clarify for you, Penn, what he meant by that.
Oh, so not what we're currently thinking.
Yeah. I'll send that to Valak too in case he misunderstood it.
Sorry, yeah, misunderstood that. Yes, we will not be able to do this with shuttles alone.
No, we're gonna need an actual warp core.
Alright, I don't think this plan is workable. It violates the moral strictures we set out and said we weren't going to cross, and apparently it's only going to work if we have a full ship's warp core. Am I understanding that right?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well then, gentlemen, it seems to me our best route now is to trust our captains to do what is necessary if and when it becomes necessary. I don't think we need to continue.
An attempt was made, but I do believe we need to put our trust in our leaders now.
And I won't be responsible for the death of the planet, not if I can help it.
Can we have everything ready, just in case?
It's not enough with the shuttle. We have
Yes,
to...
I know, but I'm asking the GM, can we have that ready? As a question, because then I will do something about it. Okay, so as we talk that, I will ask to speak with Jacob in private in his ready.
I will admit him. Lieutenant Freewell, how can I help you?
So, Captain, I'm coming to you with a delicate situation.
What is
If,
going on?
Shit.
if by any chance what you're planning doesn't work, and I bet it will work, but if it doesn't work, there is another solution that might require a ship core thing. And the basic short thing, I'm not gonna go in details, is that blowing up the planet using a ship core.
Lieutenant, you are dismissed. I will consider.
And I will just leave the room and not say anything about it. And I will not communicate with everybody else that I've been talking with the captain. I will just send to people that if we need, let's have this ready. And that's it. The message that they will receive.
I mean, yeah, Veloc's idea in chat could also work. Tractor beam a warp core down to the planet. Jesus.
Yep, they've done it. They've done tractor beams on warp cores before.
Ed, would you allow a quick communication between myself and Grennan before we move on to the next scene?
Hold on a moment.
One moment.
Alright.
Yes.
I do. Okay.
Yep. Go ahead, Grennan. You realize this.
So the captain looks around his bridge, and he says, clicks his comm badge. Captain to Lieutenant Pend, where are you right now?
I am currently in the latrine. Would you like to come watch?
No, but the moment we're done, you need to get back up here right now. We're going to be approaching the action zone in a few minutes. You need to get here as soon as possible.
Understood. I'll be back in a moment.
Very good. Captain Grennan out.
And I'll communicate to everyone else to keep working on it, because I may have just been found out.
All right. So, Commander, you said you wanted to click over to the captain. You may do that now.
A real quick transmission. Grennan, you will see Commander Jacoby appearing on your screen. There's a very sad look on it. Captain, should it come to this, does the Kismet have enough space for the entire crew of the
Do we?
For the entire crew, yeah. I mean, you're a larger ship.
We could make that work if need be. Why?
Understood. Jacoby out. End transmission.
I'm just saying I like our captain.
Is Mr. Evans is Evans on the bridge?
He could be now. He said he did say he was heading up there, so this will be him coming up from the turbo lift. Oop, wrong doors.
No, not.
I'm not visiting the chicken.
I know, wrong doors.
Mr. Evans, I want you to start preparing a transporter evacuation plan for the Hatfield.
Evacuating them where exactly? To here or to somewhere else?
To the Kismet.
Understood.
It sounds like Commander Jacoby has come up with a backup plan, one that might require sacrificing the Hatfield.
I see. I certainly hope no personnel would need to be sacrificed in addition to this.
I agree, but all the same, I want you to start putting together an evacuation plan just in case.
Alright, will do.
Okay, move us along, GM.
All right. If there's nothing else that needs to be done anywhere else, we're going to go ahead and move to the fleet, making it to the planet. So is there anything that needs to be done before we head there?
No, sir. Hatfield is good.
I can't think of anything.
All right. So General Martok will come on the fleet announcement. Strike team. The Sarek has engaged the enemy. The way is clear. Move in now. Martok out.
Understood. Mr. Penn to bring us in.
Freeway, full speed ahead.
Cannon to the right of them, cannon to the left of them, cannon to the front of them, volleyed in thunder. Stormed at with shot and shell, boldly they rode and well, into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell.
Keep yourself together, Mr. Ajula.
Alright, so as you guys near the planet, you do see that there is not a lot of actual enemy ships around this planet. There's a few patrols out, but for the most part, it looks like you will not be... It looks like you're able to move to your locations without much trouble.
This is either really good or really bad.
Mr. Ajula, I don't like this. Get us a scan.
Lieutenant Rugan, scan the system. Something seems fishy.
Aye, Commander, right away.
On it.
Alright, so I'm just gonna post
the task.
I'm just gonna post this in chat because it'll make it a lot easier.
Oh, so it's not a check, okay.
Nope. Oh, was it? Let me double check my numbers here. Nope. Okay. Had to double check my numbers, sorry.
And I assume the birds of prey and the Romulan warbirds are still cloaked.
They are. That's what your scans reveal.
Red alert.
Red alert. Combat stations.
There it is.
I'm keeping the head field kind of close to the other ship.
Ooh, that's way too many ships.
Oh, we have a map.
I figure it might be useful.
That is the head.
It
We are
is.
missing the Kismet.
We're getting there.
Is this
I don't-
officially the first time we've used a map?
Yeah, it literally is.
We've used one with Granite.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Oh.
Damn,
Yeah.
our ship looks good.
Yeah, I don't use them often. So you guys are probably in long range of each other. Do-do-do-do-do.
I will try to move it kind of in close range.
You might not need to. I will order something. These things are piss easy to take out.
He said with overweening confidence.
And I mean, we already know how to take out the freighters if need be.
Wait, I mean, are these the what's-its, the drones?
No, these are the Orion freighters.
Oh, these things.
The armed freighters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ramming
So-
speed.
Not
No,
again.
Mr. Penn.
Not again.
What range are the two freighters to each other?
To each other, they're probably medium.
Okay.
Fighters are in close, and you guys, and you're at this point. I'm gonna say you're in medium range of each other, or in medium range of the enemy, respectively.
Okay, could I do something first before we begin combat? Our security officer is missing this time around, so I'd like to activate the crew support MCPO Marth for the Hadfield. Could one of you two please give me permissions to view his sheet, because I'd like to add some traits onto him, which we are desperately missing.
Okay, give me a sec.
Yep, that sounds like a Kismet sheet.
Or no, it's a
No,
Hadfield.
that's a Hadfield sheet.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
I wish we were the Kismet. No, I can see his sheet. It's just that I cannot. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Thank you. So I would like to add a focus, or I'd like to add a quick to action if I could.
The talent.
Yeah. Can I do that?
Sure.
Done and done. Thank you very much.
And the caution in security.
I Yeah, I can only add one thing, and quick to action is really good. So,
Yeah.
Ed, we can go on now. Thank you.
All right. I will give you guys first action. So what do you guys want to do first? So I'll kind of break this down. I'll basically have both your ships going at the same time, so you both get to do one action.
Going near the bigger ship, you go first.
Well, I think with Kismet, it's usually me doing evasive action with quick to action.
Agreed. Mr. Pend, evasive actions. Mr. Evans, prepare to fire.
So it'll be assisted by the ship's structure con.
Difficulty, please.
Difficulty 1.
Okay. I definitely don't have the those stuff memorized. All right, you guys get a momentum out of it.
And it's quick to action, so more than likely to
Evans.
Yep.
Evans, fire phasers.
Firing phasers.
Got a momentum out of that, and ship assist, please.
Oh wait, I'm rolling as myself. Whoops.
Oh, wait a minute, you did evasive action, so it's actually a difficulty 3.
But ship still gets to assist.
Yep, ship still gets to assist. All right, damage, please.
Oh, right, I have to roll it.
Oh, we can wait here. Don't worry.
Yeah. The Orions will tear us apart.
Nice.
Oh.
4, 6, 8.
Also have versatile, so I'd suggest spending one of those versatile on piercing and 2 more on additional damage, or 1 on piercing and 1 on additional damage.
So right now, you are at 5 damage.
Oh, so maybe we should.
Wait. Nope, I lied 4. That's an 8. So 4.
Wait, how much resistance do these things have?
Scale 4, resistance 4.
Oh, well then, I'm sorry, it wasn't particularly well demonstrated on the map. I thought they were only scale 2. So no, we should put both of those points into Pierce.
Then
Alright.
the damage goes up to 6.
Would go up to 8. Because
Oh.
piercing removes 2 resistance, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so yeah, it'll be 8 damage. They do take a breach to... yeah, whatever, structure. Cool. And you estimate that they have about 9% of their shields left on the lead ship you targeted. And then it will go to the Headfield.
Okay. Mr. Marth and Rugan, I'm gonna want you to play Marth because you can do Klingon. Mr. Marth, fire photon torpedoes full spread, and then we're gonna use quick to action. Lieutenant Freewill, attack pattern Delta.
So I get threat. Yay.
Yes, you do.
Ah, yes, Commander. To battle we go.
This will be a difficulty 4.
Okay, I'm going
Wait, no, I lied. Difficulty 3 because you guys are a scale 3 and they're only 2.
Yep.
So I don't think it's that big of a difference.
I'm going to dunk in 3 momentum for 2 additional dice for MCPO.
Alright, I got you guys down to 2.
He's got a focus in photon torpedoes.
Sure.
Rolling control security, right? No, because you don't have quick to action, so so he has to go first, and then.
Does he?
Does he?
He doesn't need a quick action.
We just gave it to him.
Yeah, we
but
just
like
gave it to him.
quick
So yeah, to
but
activate
quick to action.
to activate quick to action, he needs to go first, so we can activate his talent. of quick to action.
Oh, okay. From
So
what I understood,
actually-
that's a thing that he can use like the whole turn. When you use that thing to just to keep the action, you don't get a what is it? A token spend.
Yeah,
a
so
momentum spend. So
I'm actually
basically-
going to change your orders. Actually, you're going to do evasive maneuvers as well. But I'm rolling for this guy. Controls assisted by the ship's weapons security. Weapons security. How much momentum do we generate off of this?
3.
3.
So
Good.
you get it all back.
Good. Hatfield, the generating machine. Let's roll photon torpedo.
Commander, fire!
I'd spend a momentum to re-roll 4 die.
That is quite acceptable. That is quite unlucky as well, but what can we do? Reroll 4 dice for photon torpedoes.
Yep.
So what number do I put into photon torpedoes? 4?
Don't change the photon torpedoes. Go up to the challenge dice and do it in there.
Roll 4.
So roll 4 and then
make sure to
hit
hit enter.
Yep, hit enter and then roll.
Done and done.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are only taking in 2 at the moment.
I'd spend.
These are the small fighters, mind you, that we're firing for. So.
Correct. They have resistance 4, however.
Ooh,
These are the experimental patrol craft.
So,
Damn.
so I'd spend the rest of your 2 momentum that you got back and get piercing 4, or piercing 2.
There's a piercing too, Ed. Here you go.
All right. So you're down to 3 momentum, piercing 2, or so piercing. So you're up to 4 damage.
Well, I spent 2 momentum, so shouldn't I get
Oh,
another?
you said you spent 2. Okay, cool. That'll be 6. So the first one that you targeted with a torpedo is destroyed. The lead one. We'll say it's that one.
Good shot, Chief.
And then I believe the quick to action and the order was evasive
maneuvers.
Evasive maneuvers.
So, Lieutenant Freewill, and some evasive maneuvers.
Before I do that, quick to action can be used even if you're not starting the turn, and even if you don't take your turn. It actually negates the use of momentum to actually keep the turn.
Yep.
So it's a security officer. So anyone can start first, and even the security officer doesn't have to go first.
Correct.
We'll take that for next round. So now roll Daring Con.
And
Yeah, I
the
believe- yep.
difficulty is 1, right?
Correct, and it's assisted by the ship's structure con, was it?
Structure con,
so
yeah.
That means it's a difficulty 0 for me, and I have precise maneuvering. I have a talented precise maneuvering, which reduces the cost, reduces the difficulty by 1.
Is there a minimum to that?
0.
Okay, then it'll be difficulty 0.
Then we're generating momentum. Let's go for it.
Do you want me to spend 1 momentum for cautious?
We're good.
And I guess that's combat maneuvers, which gives me a focus.
Yep.
I told you.
Screw it. Well, Ed, what happened? We generate a momentum, but Ed, if you would like to take that momentum back and negate this botch.
So it'll cost 2 momentum to negate it.
God damn you. Fine, take.
Alright, so you guys are down to 1.
Oh,
I'm
crap,
keeping
I
track
forgot
of it.
all my ones.
And it
Yeah,
is a
rolls-
success.
Roll your untapped potential.
Yeah, untapped potential. Oh no, that's it. There you go. We get that one. That's the
So
stuff.
So you get
We're
a
at
momentum
2.
back?
Yeah, we're
Cool.
at 2 now.
Cool.
And we got evasive maneuvers on it.
Cool. So then it will pass to them. Alright. So the lead vessel that the Kismet fired upon is going to attempt to fire on the Kismet. I'm going to spend 3 threat to buy 2 dice.
And it's difficulty 3 due to the evasive maneuvers.
You are correct. Then the ship. Alright, still a hit.
Gotta reload roll 20.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right now they're doing 6.
Are they at close range though? Because those disruptor banks are close range.
Apparently it is close range. So instead of doing that, they will move into close range.
Ah.
And same with your fighter. Alright, so it'll pass back to you guys, actually.
Is Grennan here? No, he isn't. He had to restart the Discord. Right.
Yep, so yeah, go ahead and go, Hadfield.
I'm going to give an
Commander,
order.
before you do that, just so you know, I have a talent that will negate if you give me an attack pattern again, a command, that will be an increase of difficulty 1, but I have a talent which will decrease it by 1.
I had something else in mind. So we're gonna use quick to action again this time. Lieutenant Rugon, scan the big Orion vessel.
So quick to action is only for the first round of combat.
First round, not turn. So a
Oh.
round finishes when everybody else had their turn once.
Did everybody else not have their turn?
Well, you can't use it again, is what we're saying.
Yeah,
It,
this is we're still in our rounds here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna order MCPO Mars to fire phasers on the small craft.
Using direct, I take it.
Yes.
Okay. So I believe you can
That's
assist.
not the thing that spends my determination, right? Because I do not want to spend my.
No, this is a task that you're directing him to do it. So it's assisted by you with your presence command.
Okay.
It is going to be difficulty.
If I want, I really need to interject on this because quick to actions is used.
Quick
for
to
the
action
round.
is only for the first round for the first turn, to use it like a momentum. You guys already used it for both ships. You don't get to do it
I
every
believe
time.
I believe that was actually changed that way. So you might have the early books.
Yeah, it's only for the first
okay.
turn in the round.
I'm cool either
So
way.
so yeah, both ships already used it.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend the momentum to give MCPM Arth an extra die. He has a focus in ship phaser. Rolling.
Yeah, this so before you roll, I'll let you re-roll it, but it is going to be a difficulty 4 because they're in close range, plus your maneuver.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll re-roll that. Thank you very much. So goddamn the same result. Okay.
Literally the same result.
Going to roll my assist with Jacoby. He has a focus in hazard awareness. Would that?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Ditto. That's
Then,
2.
Ship, you need 2 successes here.
Christ almighty, on a fucking pike. Nah.
Nope. Cool. We'll go to the Kismet.
I think Grennan was using his rally ability to order Evans to fire again.
Did Greta not get out back on yet?
No, not yet.
He says his internet's dying, but he's rallying.
Okay.
Yeah, like I say, I think he was going to be ordering Evans to fire again.
Okay, is that the assumption we're going with?
Let's assume it is. Can anybody roll for Grennan?
So rallying is he's using his presence and command to get momentum. It would not be the direct if he's going rally.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he's just rallying. Okay, can anybody roll his presence?
I think only Ed at
I'm
the
gonna
moment has
just
this.
confirm, is he rallying or direct, and then I'll roll it. Rally, okay.
There he is.
He's back.
Is he? Stop, there he is.
Yeah.
So Captain will be the Headfield's turn, and you said you wanted to rally?
I do.
Alright, so it'll be Presence Command, difficulty 0.
Give me a sec, roll 20 still loading.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened. The internet just, died for a solid 3 minutes.
It happens to me quite a bit. Sometimes you just gotta reboot the gateway or whatever the hell you use.
Still loading. Come on. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, because Roll20 is taking an obscenely long time to load, and I wanted to make sure that my internet wasn't dying again.
I mean, I could roll it for you if you'd wish.
Please do, because I don't know how long it's going to take for Roll20 to get
And
its
it's
act together.
Presence Command, correct?
Yes, it is.
Do you have a focus?
Team Dynamics.
Team Dynamics? Yep, that works. You guys get 1.
Oof.
So, but you guys are up to, but the Kismet's up to 2. Headfield's at 1. So then they went, you went, so it'll be them. This guy's gonna move within close. This fighter will fire.
Remember difficulty. Because he's in close range, plus we're doing evasive maneuvers. That.
So it'd be 3 for him. His weapon's at close range, so it doesn't increase difficulty.
Okay.
So it'll still be 3. I am gonna spend 3 threat to give him a couple dice. 2 dice, I should say. 1, 2, Starship, weapon security.
Oh,
Nope.
goes wide.
It hits your shields, but nothing happens. I don't see him missing from close range. So it'll pass back to Headfield and Kismet.
Brennan, you want to go first, or you're not back yet, are you?
I mean, I can talk to you, but I can't actually see anything that's going on. No.
Right, give me a second. Lieutenant Rugan, give me a sensor scan for weaknesses in the big Orion ship. Give it to me, Rugan. Oh, curse you. No, that wouldn't be a control security check. Would it be, Ed?
Well, his complication range is not properly.
So, Rugan, Ed, he'll be rolling control science, I think.
I believe so. Let me find it.
So roll control science. Here's a momentum. Set your complication range and everything normally, and the ship will assist you with computers. The difficulty of this is reduced by 1 due to the Hadfield's super sensors.
Super sensors.
Super sensors.
Super sensors. Let me see. Do-do-do. You're scanning for weakness.
That's the one.
Control science difficulty 1, assist by sensor security.
This will be a difficulty 0 check for us.
Okay.
Gun, roll control science.
Not like you guys couldn't use any more momentum.
They only have 1.
Oh, thank God I can actually see it now. I'm back.
Rugan, are you here, bro? Oh, dear me.
Rugan.
I am so sorry, I was pressing the complete wrong button. I've been talking at you for the last 5 minutes, but nobody's been hearing the goddamn thing I've been saying.
Give me a control science roll, my good man, please, and you are using 3 dice.
Oh, sorry, but... Hi, my question I was going to ask, can I apply my reverse engineering focus to this?
No. I don't... if you could sell me on it, it's a toss-up.
Well, I'm using ship's computers and such to scan these things, figure out where they've made problems, where they've made any mistakes, see if I can figure out pulling the thing apart, where to strike it, like reverse engineering it, figure out where they've made mistakes in it.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Perfect. I love being able to do that. Alright, let's try that properly this time.
You got 3 dice? Okay, and it's a
Not
difficulty
as bad.
0. We're just generating momentum here. That's
Alright.
2 momentum.
Yep. So you're up to 3, and you
Wait,
find.
also, whenever I attempt a task assisted by the ship's computers or sensors, I'm going to re-roll 1d20.
Oh,
go for it.
re-roll one of them.
Go
Also,
ahead.
Ed, by the way, we're currently at 2 because I
Nice.
gave him an extra die for momentum.
I shall
Oh,
do
yeah,
that
okay.
thing.
So it might be 3 anyway.
It is
There we
3.
are. Even better.
Okay, Lieutenant Rugan, forward this information to the crew of the Kismet immediate.
Aye, Commander. Should
Oh,
I untap potential it
Yes,
too?
we are currently in
about to
battle.
say.
Untap potential as well. Alright now, let's try that.
Come on. Oh, Ed, you get some threat.
I like threat.
An attempt was made.
Just 1, right?
Yeah, that's the one. We get 1 as well.
All right. So it'll. Did the Kismet go yet? I don't think so.
No, I think it's
No,
the doctor or the jeweler.
The Kismet now has also information on the weak spots of the large Orion.
Yep.
Well,
Sure what
yeah.
to do with a jeweler right now.
Give it time. This is more like the warm-up fight until we blow up the planet after this fight.
Well, you do have a doctor test that you could do.
Oh, what can the doctor do?
There is?
Yes.
Okay.
So during battle, like, people take injuries and stuff, and you
Oh,
roll
yeah.
a dice to patch them up. And a certain department, whatever you choose, gets some advantage. Let me double check exactly what that is, though.
Yeah, it's a daring medicine assisted by the ship. I'm trying to remember, but yeah, you basically
but
just
daring
choose
is
a department. You choose a department, and they'll have the advantage on the next go.
Security.
So if you're successful in your task, Doctor, to be a daring medicine difficulty 2, assisted
Okay.
by ship's computer medicine, whichever department you choose, and this has to be done after the ship takes a breach, FYI, but whatever department you choose, they get to re-roll 1d20 as the
Okay.
injured personnel rush back to work.
Oh, but that's only after we take a breach.
Yeah, so Grennan, I would suggest now that you got those weak spots, order your security officer to fire.
I've already used my action.
Oh, dang.
So
somebody else
it's a Jula, and yeah, Nave's not here. So really, like, I think a Jula could scan for weakness on the other.
Yes, Mr. Ajula. Now that you have that information, I want you to scan the other Orion freighter and see if it has the same ones.
On it.
Confirm their reading.
Difficulty 2 assisted by the ship.
I believe it's a difficulty 1.
Difficulty 1 assisted by the ship's computer sensors.
Yep. Sensor security.
Sensor security, yeah.
With
So it's a
systems focus.
Yeah, and then I believe it's a difficulty 0 since you have you have advanced as well.
I don't think
Which
this
may
would
be
be.
just what we need.
It isn't inside engineering, by the way. I think it's control science. Control science assisted by the ship's sensor science.
Oh, I'm sorry, I rolled the wrong dice, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yep.
There we go.
All right, and then ship, please.
There we go. 3
Right.
momentum.
Yep. So Kismet's up to 5. Hadfield at 3.
Hatfield at 4.
No.
Hatfield at 3. Understood.
Huh. I thought that when you roll an effect on.
Oh yeah, we got threat. Yeah,
untapped
we got threat.
potential.
Yeah, untapped potential. You got threat. We got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
pretty
yeah.
sure that gives you a momentum.
So they both get it. Gotcha. So yeah, 4. Cool. So that's you. That's you. That's them. That's them. Cool. I think if there's no other actions, we could go to the next round.
Yes, indeedy.
All right. Next round, I believe it starts with them, if I'm not mistaken.
We
I
went
believe
first.
you
so
are
yeah.
correct.
We went first. So.
So experimental craft. I'm gonna spend 1 dice to roll an extra, or I'm gonna spend 1 threat to roll an extra dice.
Whiff.
I believe they hit your shields again.
And nothing happens.
And then their freighter. I'm gonna spend
Don't
another
we have
threat.
evasive maneuvers on?
Yes, that's why I just hit your shields and nothing happened.
Oh, okay, nothing happened.
We absorbed it.
This is the Kismet. You have evasive actions also, and again, just they just miss your ship. Pass to you.
Brennan, you want to go first, or shall we?
I think I will. I want to get these 2 big freighters out of the way ASAP.
Sure.
Mr. Evans, fire.
Firing at their proverbial underbelly.
You can reroll.
I can.
Can he?
Scan for weakness, right?
No, that gives piercing.
Never mind.
But assisted
Probably should
by...
use momentum.
It still gets the ship's assist.
Yeah, the ship's
Working on.
So it might roll a crit. It does not. You sorry, Evans, you missed their ship.
You should have spent momentum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta remember to ask for that.
So, just to clarify, can we use quick to action now, or no?
Let me double check this.
No, because it's the
No.
second round.
Okay.
I mean, if
MCPO.
that's in the new rule book, I don't have it.
Hold on.
MCPO Arth.
hold on. I'm gonna turn to the talents page. I'm gonna read exactly what that one does.
I mean,
only for
I've,
the first round.
I've got it on my
That's
sheet.
what I thought
It's
too.
during the first round of any combat, you and your allies may ignore the normal costs. So it's during the first round.
Yep. Okay.
Right, so no more. MCP Marth, fire at the experimental craft. Here goes his control security. I'm gonna give him a momentum for an extra die.
What are you firing? Phasers or torpedoes?
Phasers.
All right. So this will be a difficulty 4 task.
God preserve me. His focus is applied because ship phasers. No, I get to reroll that, I think.
Do you have cautious security?
No, I don't.
Spend 2 of your momentum.
I don't want to. Fine. Here's 2 momentum, Ed. Ignore that.
All right. You're down to 1. Ship, please.
And you said we got to get 4 successes. My God.
Correct. It is close, and you guys did evasive action.
My God. Never mind.
All right. So that's both ships, correct? Yes.
Yep.
Yep,
Right.
I will let you know. Although we can't use quick to action, if we like, we can do the whole momentum spend to do the same thing.
I guess we can, yeah, but I don't want to spend any more money.
Oh yeah, I
No,
just
we don't
wanted to let you know in case next time the Kismet goes, since they are stacked right now.
Of course.
And the other ship will fire. The other freighter. Yeah, why not? Spend. I'm gonna spend 3 threat because I have it.
And don't
abundance.
forget, evasive action is still in effect.
It is. That's why I'm spending so much threat.
Oh, there we go.
It blows up.
I will spend 2 threat to negate that.
He has so much. He has
Pass
so
this back to you.
much.
Not as much as you guys think now. I think I'm down to 9.
Oh wow.
Brennan,
been
you want to
using
go
it.
first, or shall I?
Yes, I would like to direct my direct Mr. Evans to fire again, and this time spend some momentum, Evans.
And not miss.
And this time, aim.
Spend 3 momentum. 3 momentum. My suggestion, humble.
Yeah, go for it, Evans.
So
Actually,
3
no.
momentum.
No, actually, no. Only spend 1 because I get to assist, and so does the ship.
Evans might not be here at the moment.
God damn it.
I think I heard him. Evans, buddy. Can somebody roll for him?
Pushing the wrong button.
I mean, I've pretty much got the same stats. If you want me to just roll, and he's more than likely got a focus, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he does.
So
He does have a focus.
what would it be? Control security?
Mhm. And roll 3.
Roll 3. And a focus.
He does also have cautious security.
Oh, don't need it.
Didn't even need it.
All right. Gredin and ship.
Team dynamics.
Sure.
And ship. Oof.
You generated enough momentum to totally negate.
Yeah, I'll spend 2 momentum. So we got 1, but I spent it and another.
All right. So yeah, I got you guys at 5.
Hey, Ed, where's the other oh, there's the other. My bad.
All right. Damage, please. Going on to the one you damaged earlier, correct?
I believe so, yes.
And then we'll put all of the actually wait, we only have to put 1 into piercing because we have the scan for weakness. So 1
Alright.
to piercing and 1 to additional damage.
Boom.
Heck yeah.
Good job, Evans. You blew up that ship.
Solid job, Evans.
Oh, I wasn't even trying.
So then it passes to them. That one moved. This one needs to do something. Do. It would help if I had the sheet, wouldn't it?
Maybe.
Oh, that was not the roll. Oh wait, it was.
Youch.
Yike.
That wasn't though. Whatever. Yeah. Boom. Still got it.
But complication.
I did succeed. Over complication means that they are going to move there and their engines cut out. They will give you a +1 to hit.
Amazing. My turn. I will direct MCPO Marth to fire again on the big freighter this time. We know their weakness.
It is in a long range, however.
Full spread photon torpedoes. Give yourself a threat.
Remember, don't always say full spread because that's actually a thing.
Photon
He's trying to add some flair to his captain style.
Exactly.
No,
I
know
got what he meant.
Yeah, I know. It's just saying full spread photon torpedoes is like an actual game mechanics thing that would result in Ed getting more threat.
Just photon torpedoes. MCPO Marth will roll 3 dice. He has a focus in photon torpedoes. Excellent. Ship will roll. Weapons security. Excellent. We generate momentum back.
Yep, just one.
That's
Until
good.
it goes quick, Commander.
And torpedoes, please.
Just out of curiosity, photon torpedoes, is it supposed to have the number 3 or the number 4 inside?
3.
Roger that. And I'd like to spend a momentum to re-roll how many dice?
Looks like. What's your security score?
Mine.
For the ship.
Oh, for the ship too.
So you could re-roll 2 dice if you wish.
Also, I forgot to roll Jacoby's President's Command for the assist.
Oh
Can you
yeah,
do
go
that
ahead.
real quick.
Yep, go ahead. Right, so you
We
guys
get
are
another-
at. Yep, 2. So you could spend a momentum to re-roll. Wish the 2 that missed.
2 that missed. Yep. Oh, steady as she goes.
Right. Currently, you are doing.
I'd like to spend another momentum to add another piercing, so we ignore fully.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right now you're at 7 damage.
That's the one.
Which is a breach.
Isn't it too because high yield torpedoes?
Oh yes, it is.
Another
Good call.
breach. 2
Good call.
structure breaches. My God.
Good call, Graydon.
Stellar
yes.
shot.
So whose bloody turn is it? I forget.
It's theirs now.
Okay. Actually, it will be yours to finish out.
Brennan, you have the honor.
In that case, has Pend gone yet?
He has not.
Pend, I want you to move us into medium range of that fighter. Just put us right between the two.
Aye, aye.
Is that a roll or is that free?
No, maneuver is just it happens.
Okay.
But he has to do it.
He's got to do it.
Well, you're at full momentum, so it's a moot point. So yes. So who else has to go?
My con officer has to go. Lieutenant Free will get us in medium range of that Orion, just behind Kismet.
So you can roll for it if you want to try to generate some momentum.
I'm good, thanks.
I can roll for it.
Fine. Roll. What is it? Control con.
Something con difficulty 0.
It's probably control con, not daring. I don't.
Control con difficulty 0, assisted by ship's engines con.
All right, Free will roll
And does combat maneuvers apply? As
Yeah,
focus?
yeah, you're in combat. I'll keep it.
Wham! That's 3 momentum. 4 momentum, and Ed, you get a threat.
I get a threat. Perfect. Cool. Anyone else need to go? I believe you're at the ops positions. And you guys are keeping track of power and all that fun stuff, right?
Yes.
I think we are.
I'm down to 6 power.
I think that's what we're at too.
Yeah, because we both fired like 3 times. So yeah, our ops positions haven't gone yet. Lieutenant Rugon, give me a sensor scan on the small experimental craft to find out its weaknesses.
Aye, Commander, right away.
And here's a momentum as well. Okay, the ship will roll, sensor signed. Bam. Do we generate momentum?
I'm going to re-roll my my one failed.
You guys are at so you guys are at 6.
You know, if that's the case, never mind. There's no point to it.
Yep, there we go. We know the weak spot of the experimental craft. Good-o.
And then Ajula could do something similar
Yeah,
to the big guy.
Commander, transmitting data.
I'd actually rather that Ijula from Ops try to get us more power.
Okay. So it'd be daring or control and engineering difficulty 2.
Does this ship assist?
It does not.
Feel free to spend a momentum.
We may have lost Ijula.
Ijula.
You there?
All right. Well, I'm just gonna make it easy because this battle's taken longer than I want it to.
Yeah.
These ships are going to run away.
Okay. That one's got an engine breach, so the big one can't run away. We gotta finish it. Just let it explode, man.
Or it could blow up when it goes to warp. Whichever you guys like.
Blow up when it goes to warp. I like the sound of that.
Needless to say, they blew up. They're gone, and battle is over.
Evans, hail the Hatfield.
Hailing Hatfield.
Jacoby here.
Ah, nice shooting there.
I could say the same for you, Captain. Good shooting.
I'd continue to congratulate you, but we have more pressing business to get to. We all have to assume our positions.
That is quite true. Let's get to it. Jacoby up.
Okay. So now we're going to do the task to get you guys around the planet. So all the ships, you can go ahead and regenerate all your power and all your shields.
We didn't take any damage, funnily enough.
All right.
Actually,
So this is how I'm going to structure this. So both ships must do each task. The thing is, both ships need to get the exact same number of successes.
Huh?
You can use your momentum or give me threat to either increase or decrease your number of successes to match, but you must pass the initial check in order to do that.
So wait, you mean that we have to guess what our successes are going to be beforehand?
No. So, let's say, for example, the Kismet rolls for the first task, and let's say they get 2 successes. The Hadfield must now get 2 successes in that task.
I see. So maybe the Kismet should do it first because we don't have nearly as good reaction control systems as you do.
Yep. Go ahead.
Alright, so the first task is going to be a con task to get the ships into position. This is going to be a control or daring with your con difficulty 1.
Who's your worst friend?
You should never utter those words. I would like to give you a threat to go to 3 dice.
No, don't give him threat. You got momentum.
No, the less successes you roll, the better.
True, but at least if I give him a threat, I can re-roll if something goes wrong.
You can also just use a momentum instead of giving Ed threat.
No, I have bold.
He has bold.
His is bold.
His is bold. Okay.
There is actually a reason why I give threat.
Don't you have cautious?
And I'm going to re-roll.
Re-roll the complication.
Make it a 0, my dude.
Wow!
Take more threat, Ed.
Yes.
Can I get the ship's engines con, please?
Could we spend
difficulty 3?
Could we spend 2 momentum to get rid of the complication?
Sure. So you guys will be at 3. Alright, so you guys have 3 successes. Now the Hadfield must get the same number of successes.
Okay, free will. You roll it. Here's a momentum, so you can re. The ship is ready to roll when. Engines con. Okay. We are going to spend a momentum to give us 1 extra success, so we succeeded.
Doesn't free will get to re-roll since you spin it up front?
Don't mind it. No, I'll just give the momentum up. I'll just give the momentum up.
Alright, it will be 2 momentum in order to do that.
Ah, bollocks. Here you go.
So I got both ships at 3.
That's the one.
Yep.
Okay. So both ships have successfully maneuvered into position.
What about the other ships?
Don't worry about the other ships.
Okay.
They succeed.
And they don't exist anymore.
So basically, like, they all decloak and are moving into their positions. It's just you guys that have to coordinate this. So you guys are going to be at opposite sides of the planet, getting into the positions. Okay. So
those other ships.
So that's, and this task costs you 1 power. Power is
Yep.
going to be important, guys. So please keep in mind power.
Let's get
as we
on
move
with it.
All right. So the next task is going to be an engineering task to reroute power to the deflector dishes.
Both
This is
have
going
to have same successes again?
Yes, for all these tasks, you got to get the same exact number. So this is going to be Control and Engineering difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's engineering, and let's call it structure.
Okay, Mr. Ujul, if you'd roll that.
He's no longer here.
Oh.
Could we use could we have a roll for Knave, or use a crew support to use Knave?
I'm okay with either.
I'd say using a Jula would be better.
Or Knave is an actual engineer.
Right, but again, we want the number of successes to be as low as possible.
But you have to hit a minimum of 2. Use your
we do?
engineer. Use your
Okay.
engineer. Trust me.
Okay, fine then. And we'll give him He does have cautious engineering, so I'll spend him.
Okay.
You said control engineering?
Correct. Ship, please.
Okay. You said structural engineering.
All right. Hadfield, please. You need 3 successes. Two to
Okay,
pass
well-
the 2 to pass the test, 3 to match the Kismet.
Okay, Valak, do your worst.
Yep. Mind
Actually-
if I take a momentum?
Yes, I do mind. Ed, give yourself 1 threat. He's going to have an extra die.
But I think he has. Doesn't he have cautious engineering?
Yeah, but
I
god damn
do.
it, fine. Take a momentum. Ed, negate that.
All right. I got Kismet at 3, momentum, Hadfield at 2.
Do moderately well. Valak.
Hey, there we go.
That's your
Ship,
engineer.
please.
Oh god.
I mean, you can also spend threat to bring it down.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I
Ed,
got
give
so I
yourself-
got you at 4 momentum. In order to so both ships can spend whatever they want to try to
In
match
all
this.
fairness,
So
that
you guys
sounds
can match
pretty
it
good.
4, if you
But
guys
didn't
wish.
that give us free momentum because we passed the 2 limit?
Yes.
So we can give you an additional 2 momentum to bring ourselves up to 3 momentum, and we can.
So I got you guys
Yes.
at 4 momentum, and I got the Kismet at 3.
Okay. So I'll give you momentum to bring us down to 3. If that...
So that would be 4 to do that.
It
For
would be
momentum.
cheaper to bring the Hadfield up. I mean, the Kismet up.
Kismet, do you want to go up?
Yeah, I guess so. What's
So
that
in
gonna
order-
cost?
So in order to do in order to move the successes, it costs either 2 momentum or 2 threat,
Give
or
me
a
2
or a
momentum.
combination. So you could each spend 2 momentum and get there.
Oh, hey,
Oh.
by the way, Valak, you should re-roll one of those 1s.
That is true. I can.
Or you could re-roll
I
the
can-
2.
No,
we
that's
can't
the
re-roll
ship.
the ship. That's the ship. We
Yeah.
can't re-roll.
I thought you
That's
could.
right.
Thought I could
We
do
can
it.
gamble it that way. Let's try that and hope for a 0.
Mother of
Yeah.
mercy, help me. Do your worst, Valak. Ah, he
Nope.
rolled a 1. Okay, so we're at 4 momentum right now. I'll give Ed 2 momentum to bring us down 1, and Ed take 2 threat to bring the Kismet up 1. So we're
Perfect. Works for me. All right, so I got Hadfield at 2, Kismet at 3.
that's the one.
So you guys have
I
successfully
like that
rerouted
moon.
power.
I like
2
that
with the
moon.
deflector dish.
I like
How
that
much power does
moon.
that take?
That takes 2.
That ship kind of sucks.
All right, and
This ship has the
I
best
do have a
pilot.
talent that if I succeed on an engineering task,
This can
we
go
spend
fuck
momentum
itself.
To gain power back. Would we like to do that?
Yeah, I'll spend the momentum to get some power back. How much exactly?
If I recall, it's just 1 for 1.
We'll get the 1 power back. It's
Okay.
better than...
Hadfield's at 1. Kismet is at 3. So now, you security officers, you need to target the beams toward the other ship's deflector dishes. And you got to do this to the ships all around you. So this is going to be control security, difficulty 3.
Christ on a pike. Okay, you guys want me to go first with our MCP, our support character?
I have
I'd
no
s-
problem.
Yeah, and I'd say each of us should take a momentum.
All right. Shall I go first then?
And wait, are we continuing to match?
Yes.
I believe so.
Oof.
I will roll first. MCPO Marth. Control security, 3 dice. He has no focuses that applies. Well, actually, that's a good thing in this case. Okay, and the ship needs 1 to succeed.
Let's go weapons and because I forgot about the ships making these tasks. So it's definitely going to be weapons.
Maybe
weapons. Let's go weapon science.
Okay, interesting choice. Weird.
We never get to use that often, so let's do it.
And we hit the mark. Okay.
All right. Kismet, please.
All right, consuming 1 momentum.
All right. I got you down to 2 now.
Yep.
Hatfield
Roll
down
that
to 0.
0. And I'll roll the ship.
And we
Nailed it.
match.
Nailed it.
Picture perfect too.
As
even if it's the same
exactly
size.
all according to Keikaku.
And that requires 1 power, please.
Oh, by the way, Keikaku means plan.
Okay. So now, and this is the perfect time for Ajula to take off. So you might be using the good doctor. This is going to be, so this is where we're actually going to send out the actual pulse to surround the planet. This is going to be a control security, or sorry, control science. Control
Okay,
science.
that's a little better. I was
Sorry.
like, no.
Sorry, I mixed up my letters. Control science, difficulty 4.
Oh.
Okay.
Rugan.
And you must match.
Aye, Commander.
Because this is like matching the frequencies. So,
Okay.
Oh. You go first,
Because
Doctor.
it's- Is there any way I could talk you into letting me use doctor's orders?
if you can sell it on, if you could sell it to me,
When you attempt a task that coordinates others, or I'm gonna say coordinates others, you may use your medicine diplomat. Oh no, that's instead of command. Never mind.
Here's the thing, though. I have collaboration science. When an ally attempts a task using a discipline, which is science, you may spend a momentum to allow you to use my discipline score for that.
I mean, my science is pretty good. I'm not bad at either of these things, so it's just a scary roll.
Roll. Take the momentum. Give it your best
Right.
shot. Can I
Just
say?
don't forget, nobody used their focus.
No focuses?
Well, I
No,
don't have
I mean-
a focus that would apply anyway.
I mean,
You
at
have
this
to hit
stage,
high difficult.
at this
now
stage,
remember, guys, this is a difficulty 4 task.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
If
can
you need
use
to spend, spend.
The command direct. You can use the command directive as a focus.
I'm back.
Look, Doctor, it's up to you, but I'd recommend definitely using some momentum.
Yeah,
Right.
how much do we have?
We
that
have-
Kismet has 2, Hatfield is out.
Yeah, and if you need to use momentum and give Ed a threat, if you need the extra dice, it's still worth it.
What is this task?
Difficulty 4.
No, no.
Four.
What is the task?
Control science.
Control science.
So I'm not
What-
bad at those
What
things.
are we doing?
We're sending out the pulse.
Oh.
I'm just I just don't have anything that adds to it.
Is the ship assisting?
Yes.
With what?
Probably science and structure.
Okay. Let me look at Efric.
But why don't you use the focus? The value?
Because it lets me turn command things into
No,
medical, but I'm not
use
using.
the. What is
Oh.
it? Then you get a
Validation.
3 crit.
Termination,
Oh.
you can use that.
Yeah, do all the good you can by all the means you can as long as ever you can.
Yeah, it probably applies.
And
would
as
ac-
well,
I would
the
accept
command
it.
directive applies. Because we were
Yeah.
ordered to do this.
It does.
Yep.
What does that do?
So you
It's
can,
automatic.
so you, yeah, you could use the directive as a value to use the termination.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
With a
And that
directive
gets
basically
me
being,
2, right?
yeah, it gives it. Well, it lets you buy a dice that is already considered to have rolled 2 success.
Okay.
So then I just roll your regular 2 dice, and the Kismet will roll its dice.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's hope I don't have D&D rolls, guys. Like that.
Nope, it's a 19. It's okay. It's a 19. It's okay.
good.
You're at 4 successes. It's a 19. The complication range was still set at 19. You guys are good.
Okay. We got 3, 4 successes. They're exactly on the mark.
Yep.
Okay. Rugan, your orders are the same. Use that determination.
Aye, Commander. One question though, real quick. In terms of focuses, what's it called? Would team dynamics work for this one?
I think that really does apply here. You're trying to coordinate between all 30-something ships.
I think that's right.
Yeah, to be fair, if you have a resource to spend to possibly give you the chance of doing it, you should take it. But people are really afraid to use threat.
That's why you use the determination, my son.
Yeah. So yeah, just roll your 2. You basically already have.
Okay, we got 3 successes. You said it was structure science.
Yes.
Everybody, can I give you an extra threat to give the ship a second die?
No. No.
Well, because I'm being assisted by the ship, I get to re-roll the die regardless.
Let's see if
So yeah,
this
roll
will work.
the ship and see what happens.
Oh, we made it!
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't think you would have gotten to re-roll anyway because it wasn't a computers or sensors roll.
Ah, there we are. Perfect.
This task will require 5 power.
Here's my question:
5.
Is there any
Mother of
resistance?
God.
Are we facing any resistance?
No.
Okay,
Alright,
the
never mind then.
Hatfield is a 1 power.
And the fighter's gone.
Oh God, shields up!
Just as you guys are in position to try to engage the pulse, this warps right on top of the Hatfield.
A Facebook profile picture.
The horror. The horror.
Sir, sensors discovered that they have listened to Zuckerberg.
Oh no, God!
Oh no!
Right.
The Gorn are here.
So those are the freighters.
Oh dear.
And
So
the
we are
freighters,
surrounded.
yes, and the freighters are going to be firing first.
Okay, we got our shields fully up, thank God.
That is a hit.
That is a hit indeed.
2, 4, 6, 7. So I believe you take 4.
4, which brings us down. Brings our
You know
shield
what?
down.
I'm gonna spend a threat to give it piercing. Let's go ahead and make it a 5, 6.
So we're down to 4 shields. Okay.
6, 7. Yep, 6.
Yep, I lowered our shields.
Surrender now. You have no chance of winning.
And that was broadcasted out to the entire fleet.
Lieutenant Rugan, open hailing frequencies and patch in Captain Grennan alongside.
Aye, Commander.
Captain, it's go time.
Yes.
Agreed.
Prax is in the chat.
Attention ships of the Orion fleet. This is the USS Hatfield and the USS Kismet. Please open hailing frequencies so that we may talk.
I have nothing to say to Starfleet scum.
Well, Starfleet scum has something to say to you, robot.
And
We've already...
Hatfield, you are going to take 8 more damage.
What the hell? Okay, 2 goes into our shields. What the shit? Actually, no. 4 goes into our shields and 4 goes into our everything.
All right. So you're taking 2 breaches to your engines, breach to your structure, and your shields are down.
Mother of God.
Oh my God.
Okay, Commander Verloc, get our shields back up immediately and get those breaches. Listen to me, robot, and listen well. We have already won. Your disease will not work. Everybody in the Federation is vaccinated. Your plan has failed. You are defeated.
You are only delaying the inevitable.
There will be no inevitable, computer. Listen to me. You are defeated. There is no more purpose.
Looks
to
like
your
we're getting a
existence. Your
dead
existence
Hadfield.
is null and void. If your sole purpose of existence was to infect the Federation with this virus, then it has failed. We are immune. It is done.
My sole purpose is not to infect the Federation with the virus. It is to exterminate.
Well, you're going to have to find some other way to do it, because you won't be able to infect us anymore, and you won't be able to take us over militarily. Your
Please
mission...
take Headfield. Please take another breach to your sensors and structure.
Mother of God.
Damn it, Captain! What the hell's going on up there? I've got casualties pouring in.
Now listen to me, computer, and listen well. You cannot defeat the Federation militarily. It is impossible. And your disease has failed. Your purpose is null and void. You are null.
You won't be able to exterminate all life. We've seen to it. Give it your best shot.
Just like you have seen to it that the destruction of my people. The Federation is nothing but cowards, slayers of worlds. You have done more to my kind than I could ever do to yours. But I will make sure the Federation will be defeated.
Well then, enough talk. Do it then.
Prepare for your destruction.
And the screen goes blank. And from the planet. Where is it?
It's fully operational.
So from the planet, the AI planet's red glow flickers as a shockwave pulse is sent out from the planet. The pulse wave intersects with the signal from the ships.
Lieutenant Rugon, open hailing frequencies again. God damn it, put that fire.
Aye, Commander.
You see, ship? Nothing works. We're still alive. And your people are still dead. It is fruitless. Give it up. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to come to this. Let's end this now, whatever this is.
I may be able to defeat you today, or you will win today. But I assure you, time is not on your side.
Alright, doctors. You have one roll to make.
What is the nature of this roll?
This is going to be...
Fucking tell me about it.
This is going to be...
More than likely, if they fail this roll, it's going to be...
I'm going to give you guys a choice. Control,
blowing up the
insight,
planet.
or reason with your medicine.
Is this just going to be one roll, or is it both of us have to make it?
It's going to be one roll. The
So
difficulty...
Each doctor has to do one roll, or?
An assist.
Okay,
and
who
I'll,
has
and I will allow the science officers to participate in this as well.
I have a 16. What do you have?
16 in using insight and medicine.
Mine's reason medicine, yeah.
We have momentum, so our doctor should probably lead.
Yes.
I am going to make this a difficulty 7 task.
Wait. If it's anything to do with medicine, can we use can the Hadfield lead so we can use the advanced medical bay to reduce the difficulty?
Yeah.
Yes, but you won't be able to just take a momentum, but that's okay.
We'll take
I can burn a determination.
We'll take determination. Yeah.
I've got values that will fit.
Okay.
Doctor doesn't have cautious, although, because that's the thing. We have the momentum.
Let's just blow
And
the
so-
fucking
okay, so I'm
planet.
gonna tell you what the roll is actually for.
Okay.
This roll is to see if the vaccine you made is easy enough to create for the entire Federation in the time that was allotted.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Yeah,
Be-
we're gonna want this.
Because if you guys remember the original thing, there was not enough vaccine, so you went away with the original plan, not altering it. So now you have to trust that the vaccine was able to get out in time. That's what this roll is.
Okay.
But the doctor, the Kismet doctor does not have a determination, whereas our doctor has a determination.
I can give one to her as captain.
You can indeed.
Well, yeah. Because technically he gave me one earlier, that's why I used it.
Spend all the momentum, Brennan. All.
So she'll
So
have to spend.
am I leading or are you leading?
You are leading.
Can you burn
Okay.
a determination for a assist?
No, not for an assist.
Okay.
Quick question though. Will we allow the Hadfield to use its advanced medical suites for this?
Yes, because that's where the vaccine took place. I will
Difficulty
allow
6
it.
then. Difficulty 6.
Okay, difficulty 6.
Automatically have 2 successes.
Roll.
Roll. You get to. I'm
I'm gonna
spending
guess
2
that
momentum.
I have a focus that applies.
You do, I think, virology and things like
Well, if this doesn't work, it's going to literally be the last resort pen put forward.
Ed, you
So,
said the science officers get to assist as well?
Yes, I'll
And
allow
Lieutenant-
just the science officers to assist.
Okay, Lieutenant Rugan can assist, and Dr. Blackwell will also be assisting, and the ship will also be...
You said.
How many?
You said daring, control, or insight.
I said control, insight, reason.
But Azula can't help because he's not even here. Right?
I'm here to use for disciplines for it.
No, Ajula came back. He might just
okay.
have a disconnect.
I missed that.
Okay, so let's
Okay.
let's recap this. Dr. Efrix will lead, Dr. Blackwell, Lieutenant Rugan, Lieutenant Nijula will assist, alongside the ships as well.
Ship will not be able to assist, but you
Ship
get the
will not be
benefits. You get the benefit of it being made in the Hadfield's Bay, which is why it'll decrease the task.
Okay.
But the ships
how
don't get to.
many?
But the ships don't get to assist because this is basically retroactively going to make a roll on something that already happened.
You
3
take 3 dice,
Doctor.
3 efforts.
Because I spent 2 momentum.
Get in there. Wait, that's Rugan.
Only that first one counts, but it's a 2.
Yep.
Get in there.
3, 4, 5, 6.
And re-roll that 0, Efrix.
Oh, that's right, because caution.
The rest is just momentum, fellas.
Well, yeah.
Ejula, you also
Oh.
get to roll, and Dr. Blackwell, you also get.
Okay, what focuses might apply here?
Reason, insight, or control with medicine or science.
Focuses.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
Yes,
focus.
focuses.
Oh, infectious disease, something to do with the viral stuff.
Replicators, I do have.
It's a bit of a stretch, but I think I'll allow it. I mean, it doesn't matter. You guys already nailed the task. So
That's a roll of 10. That's a roll of 10. So we got 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Because Rugan and Azula are both from the different ships, would it be fair to say that both ships split 2 momentum each?
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's it then.
Oh, yes.
So I got Hadfield 2, Kismet 3.
Yep.
Nice.
All right. You are awaiting reports from Starfleet of anything bad happening, and they don't come.
Oh.
It is over, machine.
No
There
matter.
is no more purpose. Shut yourself down.
Even if you manage to destroy us here, everything that you've been working for, everything you've been calculating, it doesn't matter anymore. You've lost.
Science officers.
Bye,
or
Commander.
security officers. Sensors are detecting that.
Captain, hundreds of thousands of drone ships appear to be leaving the planet's surface. They're headed directly towards us in orbit.
What in the goddamn...
Captain, we're gonna have a lot of
You
company.
may have wanted aid, but your defeat here and now is inevitable.
Stop this. It doesn't have to be like this. What happened to your planet doesn't have to happen here right now. We can change history. It does not have to be like this. No more innocent lives need to be lost just because of some petty thing which happened aeons ago. Aeons!
They're not going to run.
Security and ops. That is the addendum to that first one.
Captain, they are all gonna ram us.
We have to get out of here.
Stop this, computer. Stop this now. It doesn't need to be like...
Commander Jacoby, we need to get out of here now.
Give me a second, Captain.
That is a direct order, Commander.
Lieutenant Rugan, shut down communications with the Kismet.
Yes, Commander.
Computer, listen to me. You are a creature of reason and science. Does this fall into reason? Does this fall into the advancements of science? Listen to me. It doesn't need to be like this. We can work together. We can live together. in
Jacoby's
harmony
just
and
killed his
peace.
ship.
What has happened once does not need to happen again. Stop these ships. Listen to me. Turn a new page. Begin anew. Start a new life.
You come and promise peace, your words are hollow.
One.
You don't promise peace, you promise genocide. Destruction, mayhem for those that do not flow in your presence.
The ships
I will not
are
stand idly by.
The ships are currently a fourth of the way to the ships.
Listen to me, computer. You do not know what kind of promises I can make. My predecessors may have done this horrible, horrible thing to your planet. We here are a totally different race of people. Humans, over the course of histories, have changed. Hundreds of years will do marvelous things to human mind. We evolve, we develop every day, we become better people. This is what the Federation stands for. The Federation stands for betterness, equality, advancements of science, for God's sake. Listen to yourself.
The ships are now halfway.
Can I make a roll,
Federation
Ed?
cannot promise anything for me.
Can I make a roll,
You have destroyed
Ed?
my world. You have killed my people. You've committed genocide.
Ed, give me something, please. I want to make a roll, a command presence roll, anything. Give me something. I think I've thrown enough good arguments your way to absolutely justify.
You gotta keep talking, Jacoby.
Ed, please.
Diplomacy babble, man. Diplomacy babble like you've never diplomacy babbled before.
Jacoby, if I may offer a suggestion, talk about how the Federation recently encountered something just like this where we accidentally killed some people and now they stand with us here.
Out of character, please, time pause. Jesus Christ.
the
Can you
Zarkonians.
remind me when that was? The Zark.
Okay. Let me get back into the focus of right. Computer, listen to me. You see these ships that stand alongside us? These are called the Zarkonians. They suffered a similar fate your planet suffered eons ago. They were nearly wiped out. No, well, by a similar cause that was
They
yours
weren't,
as well.
they weren't almost wiped out, but
Let me bluff this. Let me bluff this, but they were almost wiped out, and here they stand with us in greater number than ever. as allies, as friends. What makes you think we couldn't do the same? What makes you think we couldn't be allies, that we couldn't be friends? The Federation has so much to offer you, only if you extend your hand in welcome to us.
Can you bring back the dead?
We cannot.
Back all the souls that have been lost.
This
The
is
ships
not
are now
going to
3/4
end
of the
well.
There's no more negotiations here. There never was.
Warp
Prepare to
core.
die.
Captain, I believe
Can
we
I-
need to go.
Can I send the computer a message from my console?
No.
You. Mr. Pend, plot us on an intercept course. Mr. Evans, prepare to lock a tractor beam onto the Hadfield. Mr. Ajula, prepare to warp us out of here.
Alright.
Very well.
Captain, should we threaten them with the ship core?
You know what? Alright. I'm going to walk up to the captain here and knock him out.
Hello? I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone. Where did I cut off? Somebody please tell me.
Oh my.
I think right when you finished, did you hear Prax talk?
No. So I said, we will make sure that this never happens again. I swear this on my life, on the life of my crew, and the life of the Federation.
And I think Prax's response was something along the lines of, "You
Die. Yeah. It's a no-go. So yeah, if you cut out what I said, we need to go, and then we got nothing from you. So
seriously?
Yeah.
Captain, should we threaten them with the core?
Mother. Fuck. Give me 1 second. My internet is back up.
Oh dear.
Okay,
Right in-
out
right
of character, are you fucking kidding me? That was like the best speech I ever fucking delivered. You gotta give
you're dealing with a vendettive computer.
Yeah, this was one of those.
Computers are beings of reason and science, for God's sake.
Jacoby,
not this one.
Jacoby, we gotta get out of here.
Like basically, you're either giving the order, or I said I was knocking you out. I was going to go up and nerve pinch you and take control.
The Federation is
The
safe.
doctor can control us all.
It's up to you, Commander. You gotta make the call. Commander?
Did he drop out again?
I'm here. Okay, I'm here. Right. My orders. I said fuck several times, but crew abandon ship, transport over to the Kismet. Lieutenant Freewill, eject the warp core and steer the Hadfield into the center of the planet.
No, the warp core has to. If you're doing what I think you're doing, the warp. You're
Suicide
overloading
bomb.
the warp. Yeah, you're overloading the
Suicide
warp
ship
core.
into the planet.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Freewill, please, somebody fucking do something. Jesus. Fuck.
I would take the commander's orders and start heading the ship towards the planet, and I'll send a message to Ben saying, "I'm sorry, I'm gonna take your place."
Captain, they're gonna eject. They're gonna blow the warp core in the planet. They're following my plan. We better beam them off quickly.
Nicht mehr.
This is not the time for theatrics.
Well,
Mr.
apparently it's happening.
Mr. Evans, lock a tractor beam on them.
Okay, so here's the order things are going to happen. We are going to do a con task on the Hadfield to try to avoid the oncoming ships. I'm going to spend 2 threats to make that a complication range of 2, difficulty 2.
And you want me to roll?
Yes, please. Daring Con.
I think the
Daring
difficulty.
con. And what was the difficulty?
Difficulty 2, complication range 2.
The difficulty goes down by 1 because of one of the talents that either the Hatfield or.
Yes, I have it. I have it. These.
Okay.
If I go for ramming speed,
Jesus
it goes by 1 down.
fucking Christ.
Well,
Yeah,
no, that's not what this is. But it's no. I think you have a talent that's. It's either the ship or you have a talent, if for situations like this.
That's fine. Difficulty 1.
But I also have like a value
Jesus.
that gives me a difficult 1 reduction.
You
It's
mean
precise
talent?
maneuvering.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no,
what we're
it's about-
talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, that's what we're talking about. So it would be a difficulty 1 task. Complication range is 2.
And does combat maneuvers apply as a focus?
Sure.
Ding. Generate momentum.
And the Hatfield.
Well, Jacoby's just had to leave, so someone else needs to roll it.
This will be Engines Con.
Fuck.
I can do it.
Oh shit.
Fuck. God damn it. This is why I came up with that dumbass plan, because this is gonna happen.
And that's not a success.
Okay.
Still got
You
one
guys.
momentum.
You guys do get a momentum, so you're up to 3. Right. So the next thing you were doing was you were sending out. You're gonna try to beam the warp core to the planet.
No, we are gonna actually evacuate everyone from the Hatfield, and we're gonna basically hit the ship in the planet by overloading our reactor on the way.
Is that what we're doing? Is that what was said?
It was.
That's
Yeah. That's what he wanted to do.
yeah, but I think he wants to threaten them on the way down, so should wait for him.
Did you get my message, Ed?
I don't think he's coming back. He's in.
He's done.
Yeah, he's gone for the night.
Rage quit.
No, he got in trouble
No,
with his dad.
it's
Yeah.
He was a little too loud there, and yeah.
I see. Yeah.
yeah. That's why I whisper scream when I do this kind of thing. I have to.
Yeah.
Then let's say that Vlog nerf pinch him.
Yeah. So yeah, no. We're doing the suicide run apparently. So.
But the Kismet will be
I'll-
beaming them off.
Yeah, I'll let you guys adjust the plan.
So I think with the adjustment, it was me flying, then getting transported off.
No, I took the lead on this one.
No, I mean initially, but as it's you flying it and we're beaming everyone off your ship, it would be you setting course and us beaming you off once the course is set.
Okay,
I mean,
so,
I
so
gave-
for the simplicity's sake, GM, just so I don't, we're gonna try to do this since we succeeded on the roll that they will not hit us. We're gonna try to threaten them. Does that work as a short thing?
No, like the negotiation was never gonna.
Yeah, there was never going to be a negotiation.
Then I guess Vlog, since he's second in command, he's gonna order to jump out of here, right, Vlog?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We were already ordered. We already got our order here, so we're beginning. We're
Yeah,
getting.
then I'm charging.
All right,
the
so
workload and we are-
you're sending the ship on a collision course and you're
no,
being
we
beamed
are
off.
no, we are jumping
Hold on.
the ship out.
Hold on. What are you, so from what I'm gathering, you are setting the ship on a collision course while setting the warp core to overload in the planet. Is that correct?
No, we tried to threaten them by destroying the ship in the planet. It didn't work, so we're gonna jump it out. We're gonna warp it out, the ship, because we don't want to lose the ship.
Okay, so you started doing that. Now you're going to warp out.
Yep.
Okay.
It didn't work at all.
All right. Do the same task. Difficulty is going to be 2 now. With the adjustments. To see if you warp into any ships on the way.
And just to make it sure, I'll use the value. Leave life to the fullest as a value. Does that apply?
No.
Work well under pressure.
That one works.
Okay, so I'll use that, and then I roll 2 of them.
No fireworks.
So that's
They've
4.
decided
Yep,
to
perfect.
chicken out of it at the last
yeah,
second.
He warps out. And I think with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to call that the end of whatever the hell I called this episode.
Excellent work,
Missed
travelers of
signals.
fate.